Hey, what's going on, guys? Xbox All In channel host Sega Forever, Working Crew Podcast. I know I'm kind of throwing this together at the last minute, so please bear with me. Um, Send out the bad signal to the crew, see if they're going to jump in. A lot to discuss. A lot of it's going to be from my perspective. I'm not going to lie, but if the other guys jump in as well, then they can have their time on the microphone and let you guys know what they're feeling, what they think about all the news that's been dropping lately. Um, I'm kind of partial on a lot of the stuff, but we'll discuss it as the show goes on. Just let me send some of these invites out. Like I said, I'm doing this very last minute. I wanted to do this earlier. But unfortunately, I had other things to do. A couple appointments pop up. I just been busy. I'll be honest with you. It's a wonder that I've been able to keep up with all this stuff. Um, but again, you can't avoid it if I'm being honest. Hold on, hold on. Let me just make sure I cover my bases, man. Don't want anybody to feel left out. Pretty sure a lot of people have stuff to say. I mean, for me personally, um, it's kind of a mixed bag if I'm being honest. Did I just send that? I did. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to send this to everybody. Um, like I'll be honest with you, man. In fact, I was gonna do a video earlier this week. Ran out of time, but I wasn't gonna. I already told you guys, man. I'm not gonna get the Rogue Ally or XRS, just because of my physical problems that I have. Right, it's not good for me to be looking down on something like that. Like I even have to be careful with my phone. That's why I don't like texting a lot. I never liked texting, period. But given the issues I have with my neck and my back, it's not good that I do that kind of stuff. So that was not even a thought in my mind. That's why I know the video released, but I didn't really watch it, and I didn't watch it because I didn't. It's not something I'm interested in. But lo and behold, man, when that video launched and the people were sharing clips that were on X and giving their opinions and stuff like that, there's some stuff in there that I did not know. So of course, instead of just going with secondhand opinions, man, I just watched it myself. And then on top of that, I really like what Microsoft and Xbox was doing with the media blitz that followed. Right? I mean, they know what time it is. They know what's up. They're making a conscious decision how they're going to go moving forward. Hey, what's up, brother? Hey, bear with me, man. I'm trying to send out the invitations to everybody so nobody gets missed. Um, but yeah, I mean, I know what they're doing, dude, and they're not keeping it a secret. And the one thing I do appreciate about them is they're actually going all in on it. I don't agree with the way that they're doing it. Again, if you guys been watching my channel, man, you guys know how I feel about all of this stuff with exclusives going different places, with all this kumbaya stuff, like Hiba likes to say it that way. Like you guys know how I feel on this channel. I let my feelings be known, right? And again, I would have preferred them go a different route, but this is the route that they decided to go. You know that they're going in this direction because they're going, like I said, they're going all in. And I actually was going to do a video showcasing Sarabon um, interview. I think she was on Mashable, one of those off kind of channels. Um, and so she had said some stuff, man, and she said some stuff that got some controversy. I actually like the interview. I like what she said. I like the blitz that they did after, and kudos to them, man. I mean, this is something that I wish that what they're doing now is a part of what I want Xbox and Microsoft to do moving forward. Again, you know me, wish they would have went the nuclear option, wish they would have done more purchasing. I wish they would have had all these guys bend the knee, right? Because they can't do that. They have that power. Because they do that in every avenue of what Microsoft does, even though they talk about, and they do, they talk about reaching out and building relationships, building bridges and all that stuff, right? It's not just corporate speak. But at the end of the day, man, when it's time for them to make a decision, and especially when it comes to their products and them making their money, dude, I'm not saying they're brutal, right? But, they'll get theirs. In fact, I wish they were a little bit more brutal, if I'm being honest. Hiba, you there? Did I lose you? Yeah, I lost you. Dude, I'm gonna send you the link on Instagram as well. I sent it to the group just in case anybody wants to jump in. I know, look, I know it's late early in the morning for you guys. It's the only time I could do it. I was thinking about doing it tomorrow, but all this stuff was popping off, and I want to get some stuff off my chest. So I'll go live and just talk about it myself. I'm pretty sure Brother Hebot will jump in. Hebot, I sent you the link on Instagram as well. I think I got everybody. Yeah, looks like it. All right, again, my apologies, guys. I know I'm kind of just kind of coming at this last minute, but it is what it is. Let me see if I can find the videos. But as far as what they're doing, as far as the decisions they're making and sticking by it, obviously they're doing things a lot differently, right? But as long as they show me consistency, because at the end of the day, guys, it's all about the games. And when it comes to the games, Xbox cannot be touched right now. I don't care what anybody says. There's a lot of people out there, right? And they've been saying this for years, how bad Xbox is, how much it sucks, how their studios don't make great games, all of that stuff. It's all BS at the end of the day, right? I have the system, I play it. I can put on my different hats, dude. I can check my Xbox bias. Dude, if I don't like something, I don't mess around with it, dude. Like I tell you guys all the time, man, a lot of the stuff that's been going on with pop culture, I don't participate in it because they don't give me anything I want. Anything that would excite me, anything that would keep me a fan, right? And so if I didn't like what Xbox was doing, with the most important thing, which is what their business is, which is gaming itself, dude, whether their services, their consoles, all of that stuff, dude, it's solid. Again, I could nitpick certain things, but at the end of the day, dude, they're 100% on point, right? I mean, if you guys didn't know, man, if you could, like, obviously some of you guys, and look, when I make these commentary, dude, if you bleed green, you guys should know that I'm not talking to you guys. You guys like me, you bleed green, we just roll with the punches, right? That's just the way it is. But if you still have your Game Pass and you aren't one of these guys who cried and canceled it, right? And look, that's your money, that's your time. Maybe you're hurting financially. I don't know what your situation is, right? But I definitely know this, man. A lot of people took that and ran with it and being disingenuous. I bet you didn't even have Game Pass. I talk about that all the time on this channel. But at the end of the day, dude, if it was a financial decision or you actually feel that way and you bleed green, and hey, dude, more power to you. But for me, man, it's totally fine with me, dude. I'll rock it out. I'll make cuts other places. It's fine. I've been doing that with my entire budget right now because of the way everything is. But at the end of the day, man, if you look at what the games they have, and this week was unbelievable, dude. They dropped like 5 games, right? And again, there's a method to Xbox's madness. I'm not gonna lie, right? When Xbox does certain things, right, it's just so because the whole thing with Halo that just dropped. Shout out to the crew for putting that out there, because I did not pick up on it initially when the news dropped. But every time Microsoft does any type of blitz, just keep your head on a swivel because it could be positive or it could be negative depending on how you consume their products, how you participate in their ecosystem, which at the end of the day is what they're going to focus on. Right? So, like for me, when I say the nuclear option, right, I want Microsoft to be that behemoth that we know they can be, and that they are when it comes to other aspects of their business, right? The stuff that's getting routed around about the 30% um, profitability that they want Xbox as a brand to bring. I mean, I hate to break this to you guys, man, but all companies are like that, right? A lot of the times, what's happening is when people dissect this, and I read the article. It is a horribly written article, right? And this is the problem with gaming media in general. They talk about the topic at hand. A lot of it is nothing's confirmed. It's all conjecture, right? They start quoting other stuff outside of what was coming straight from the horse's mouth. If you want to know what's real, you bring Sarah Bond like Mashable did, and then Sarah Bond makes her commentary, or Phil Spencer, or even Satya Nadella, and some of the stuff that he does, right? But at the end of the day, dude, these guys are, again, like I said in my last video, right? They're just taking certain things and trying to put it together. And nothing wrong with that, except for the simple fact that these guys have strong biases against Xbox. So if you're an Xbox guy like me, then why should I listen to them? Right? Again, they don't have consoles. They know they don't have the consoles. If they have the console, they don't play it. Right? They're not jacked into the Xbox ecosystem like they should be to be making this kind of commentary and to be writing this kind of articles. And on top of that, the dude who wrote it is actual that dude's a scrub, man. I know that they got a lot of these gaming websites and a lot of these gaming journals are getting laid off, man, and I have no sympathy for them because they're horrible at their job. Hey, brother, can you hear me?
What up, brother?
Yeah, there you go. I got you.
Terrible tragedy today. Terrible tragedy.
So I saw what you posted, right? And I've been trying to catch up on it.
Yeah.
You want to go into it? Is that with Halo? Like,
Oh,
just give us the
it's,
411.
it's simple as this. Microsoft thinks their attitude is they haven't been treated fairly, right?
Yeah,
Gaming industry, and nobody wants to give them a fair chase, even though they've done everything possible in their fucking power
yeah.
to make people happy, to give value. So that's like down there on the phone. Okay, well, fuck it. They don't want to come to us, then we're gonna put everything everywhere. So they're gonna see what they're missing out. They're gonna see what they're gonna like. They're gonna see that we're a good company, and somehow they're gonna change their mind about Xbox, and it's gonna be all kumbaya. But that's not the case.
Yeah.
Not gonna be the case because PlayStation fanboys and Nintendo fanboys are indoctrinated. They are indoctrinated to the habits of how their play platform acts and treats them. And they think the only way their platform has value
Hmm.
is by doing the way and the things that they do, which is very anti-consumer, right?
Yeah.
They think that's something to brag about when it's not. Now, I don't care more or less about what they're doing as far as putting games somewhere else because if you notice the pattern, they're just putting old fucking games.
Yeah. I
And
think
then
you
the
mentioned that.
new
You mentioned that initially when it first kicked off. I remember
right.
you talking about that. Yeah.
And then the new games, that come out, like new IPs like the Gun, Stop from Midnight, The Keeper, right?
Yeah.
Redfall, Starfield, Valve, they're exclusive, which is great because that means we still have exclusives, right?
Yeah.
But the reality is these games are 30 and 25 years old,
Right.
and PlayStation dudes and Nintendo dudes have never adapted over to Xbox to just at least have an Xbox and play certain games on Xbox. It ain't going to change because they put it on their platform.
Do you
Looking
think?
here,
Can I ask you something?
absolutely, ask away.
Okay. So, do you think
Hmm.
who they're aiming for is like our kids, like my daughter, my son, or
I
the
think, in a sense, yes, because they know that a lot of the kids that as we talked about this before,
right?
that the playing field with the new Gen Z is very different. They don't care about exclusives so much. They care more about where they play, where their friends play, where they feel comfortable playing, the ecosystem. And in this case, I think it's a possibility that they're just trying to gain the new generation of people playing on PlayStation, that are playing on Xbox, PC, and perhaps even Nintendo, right?
Right.
But at the same time, look, Microsoft should have done this in 2015 when they were at their worst. Nobody gave a fuck, and they were about to close down Xbox. It would have made sense, right?
Hmm.
It would have made sense because they were hurting. Remember, they said they were on the verge of closing down, right? As we found out, right? Even
Right.
though they were the only ones with real exclusives, and they were the only ones with real innovation in 2013 in that whole generation. Whether people want to say they failed or not, they didn't because they gave the most games with the most innovation, and we had the most exclusives, believe it or not, right?
Yeah.
And the console still only managed to sell 56 million total at the end of the generation, right? They should have done it at that point if they didn't have no belief and they just think, okay, we're never going to be able to beat, because this is what it is. They just think they can't beat Nintendo and Sony, right? Flat
Yeah.
out. They really believe the rhetoric around that people saying you can't beat them. They really fell for that shit, which is ridiculous because this was the point when they had all the keys on their side. They had all the power on their side. The minute they acquired Bethesda and Activision, it was over. They could have destroyed Nintendo and Sony in every way.
Hmm.
And what do I mean by destroying? Lock everything to Xbox consoles only. You want to play? You got to come to our ecosystem. Want to play? You got to come to our console. Or you can perhaps play it on PC if you prefer to play there. That's it. And I guarantee you, and I'm telling you, and people might say, "Oh no, but it wasn't gonna work." Yes, it would have worked because when Starfield was known to be coming out exclusive, Starfield sold 6 million copies before it went on Game Pass.
Yeah.
People were buying the Starfield bundles, the controllers, the hard drive. the fucking goddamn wrap that goes around the console, the fucking goddamn watch. Starfield did the Xbox started selling out on eBay 1,000%, and on Amazon because they put it up. I still have it. I can show you, give you the pictures. You can put it up. 1,000% were selling out the Xbox Series X because everybody wanted Starfield. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And I say it again. When I saw John Campio be like, I don't like Xbox, but I gotta buy one now because they have Indiana Jones and I love Indiana Jones and it's gonna be exclusive. You see what I'm trying to say?
No,
When you
100%.
got a fucking goddamn neutral, a herb, a fucking goddamn casual of all casuals saying something like that, that means the paradigm shift was happening in their favor for hardware sales to grow. But instead, since the corporals upstairs saw that they made more money than even the Windows division, they're like, oh, wait, hold on. No. We got to start selling more games everywhere. This is great because they really thought that Call of Duty effect was going to work on every fucking platform or for every game. Call of Duty did fantastic for them last Christmas on PlayStation and on Xbox and on Game Pass and on PC because it's Call of Duty. It's like GTA. It's like if Microsoft owned GTA, and they can't take it off nowhere because it's already the idea is already that it's supposed to be everywhere. Just like Minecraft. You see what I'm saying? You weren't going to change and make people adapt to another idea because that's what it is. That's what it's known for. And that money was going to rake in and come in no matter what. Just by them saying the name of GTA, it was going to come in. The money, regardless.
When they made that purchase, when I listened to a lot of the Xbox guys talk about this, they never really understand the power of COD, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can say that personally, right? Because COD was the one thing that kept me in gaming because it's so easy to slide in and out of it. And also, I do remember the shift, right? When everybody went to PlayStation, that's when Xbox figured, right, that because they took that risk. They didn't do the marketing like they normally did, right? And that's all water under the bridge. But when it shifted back, that's what I didn't understand about it. Because to this day, when I play COD, so the one thing I like about COD being on Game Pass, right, I can get my 15 Microsoft Bing points, right? Because you don't have to pay it. You have to play a Game Pass game. You play for 15 minutes, and COD does that. And then now we get extra bonus stuff, right? Because of what they did with the
Right. Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I can hit my goals, right, every day. That's easy.
Yeah, but the keeper, my brother, but the keeper, the gunk, South of Midnight, Valve, Redfalls, Starfield, Crossfire X, Halo Infinite, they're not COD. Halo made, but to a certain extent, they're not COD. They're not going to make that kind of money.
Well, so look, let me put this out there, just if you guys didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, welcome, Iraq.
Iraq's here. Hey, what up?
But let me just say this out here. For all the people out there that are hating on all this kind of stuff, dude, nobody buys games.
Yeah, that's the problem.
This is the thing that gets me about this, right? And there's a lot of outside factors going on of why people are not buying on the level that they used to. But for the longest time, it's never been about the game. So Sarah Bond, right? She basically came on and said, "Well, exclusive don't matter anymore," and she's 100% correct.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter for a long time. Right? But when you're talking to ponies, right, it doesn't matter because their own console shows this, right? When Sony tried to go multi-platform, when Sony tried to go those pay-for-play games, they were doing the same thing, right? But it couldn't pan out because that's not what they're known for, right? And then they make the games like Ghost of Yotei and stuff like that. And even though it's sold, I guess, decently, it's not the selling that they need or that they want. Oh, we lost Eva. All right, Eva, when you come back in. Hey, what's up, Ira?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, Sega Forever?
Yeah. Thanks for coming in. I figured I'd send out the bat signal to the group. I'm kind of catching up a little bit on the Halo thing, but what are your thoughts, bro? Go ahead.
I mean, it's late, but I said, man, let me I'll give it till about maybe 1 o'clock, 1:30 before I nod off because I know you try to get in at least a good 18 hours before you hit the exit button. But I mean, this was inevitable. It was coming. It was inevitable. Like I really don't know what to tell people. I like myself and Unlimited Production. We've been talking about this until we get green in the face, right?
Right.
And the thing is, how I feel about this, I felt the same way for a minute. How he bot fought felt. I felt the same way the other Zeke felt, right? And Sega forever. You know me, man. You my boy. We was on that same page about that motherfucking nuclear option years
Oh
ago.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, me and you, we was on the same page. I was talking this shit back in 2018 with the Welsh Gamer and Microbox X, like how Microsoft just use every dime they got to just crush Sony and get them off the playing board. But like here we are, it's 2025, right? And across the board, and really this shift started in 2020, and maybe it was starting in 2017 and we never noticed. I'll try not to get into a broader discussion about business, and I'll try to keep it focused on Xbox, okay?
Mhm.
Because if we get into a broader discussion about business, we will then get into a discussion about how Netflix is changing, how Netflix may
Yes.
still, and how Netflix, one of my favorite companies, may still be the top dog on the block. But a lot of people don't know this, but Amazon Prime, Prime Video, has more content than Netflix. Prime Video is breathing down Netflix's back. Maybe not in subscribers, right? They have
Mhm.
about 133 million subscribers. But once the world realizes how much content that Prime has, and it's part of your Amazon Prime subscription, man, they're
That's
gonna get rid of. They're gonna drop Netflix. HBO Max is in limbo because Paramount's about to be sold. So the whole entertainment industry, as we know it, is in flux. World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, they're in flux, right?
right.
They're trying to maximize their profits, which that's a whole other discussion.
Yeah.
Um, Xbox as a brand, and I wish Unlimited Production was here so he could hear this, maybe back me up. And if
That's
Zink was here, he'd have a fucking fit. Xbox as Xbox as a brand, right, was not growing until they started Game Pass. PlayStation as a brand is not growing. I don't care how many these ponies you talk to, and that's problem number one. We'll get to that in a minute. I
Yeah.
tell you what, they sold 65 million consoles, or tomorrow they sold 188 million consoles,
mhm.
or no, they sold 200 million cajillion consoles. The number always changes,
Mhm.
right? Nintendo's audience is not growing. The audience that is growing fast is the fucking mobile market, and for some reason the PC market is growing, right? So what Xbox did, and Xbox did something that Sega Forever and myself, we were in charge, and Hebot, we wouldn't have done. Our goal, the three of us, would have been to get let me finish because I lose my train of thought. Our goal would have been to get revenge on Sony and punish them and punish their fan base, right? And at the end of the day, the three of us would have ultimately been fired because eventually the gaming industry has been changing. For some reason, people keep wanting these games to utilize Unreal Engine 5 and utilize all this graphics technology, right? And so now take a look around you. These games are taking longer to come out. They're taking longer to make and costing more money to make, right? We're going in the wrong direction because people keep more power, more power, more power, more power, and now the power is going to come at a premium, which means a cost to us.
Ever wondered what combat evolved with the
Xbox as a brand, whether you guys want to admit it or not, was not
Always.
growing until they said, listen, what Xbox did, and I didn't agree with it. Nobody bitched to high heaven more than me. I hear everything he about is saying, man. I was on that motherfucking train with him, right? And I still kind of am. Like, don't give the motherfuckers over there nothing. That's what that's what my fucking heart tells me. Don't give those PlayStation motherfuckers nothing over there. MGB, Crap Gamer, Zaire, fucking Jabari Club. Don't give them nothing.
My
going on
point
game? It's
of
an
what I was trying
interesting
to say
post here
to
about
add to what you said, just said, Iraq, is that yes, you're right. You're 100%. Microsoft wasn't growing as a brand, right? But when they had the ability to start growing after they made those purchases, they didn't do it.
What do
They
you
didn't
mean?
even try. They didn't
What do
even
you mean?
try. Like for example, let me explain. When they got the AGB, the Activision finally finalized, and when they got the Bethesda finally, also, they didn't even try to keep any of those games. Like what I would have thought would have been the smarter move to do, right? Was try to keep stuff exclusive, period, to see how it went, see how many people would drive in. And if it didn't work, then okay, I understand. Do what you got to do. They didn't even try. They didn't even try.
I,
After
I,
all that money they
I think,
spent, remember,
I think, go ahead.
real quick, E-Rock, remember, not to cut you off. Most of these people keep saying Xbox bought all these companies because they were trying to monopolize the business, right, brother? We agree, right? That's what these dummy and dumbasses were saying, right?
Yeah, because
When
they weren't alive back in the 90s when Sony was trying to monopolize the business.
right,
You don't fucking
but
remember.
the reality is, Microsoft had to buy studios because they didn't have none. They had no party. They only had 5. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And only those 5 was holding it down, which we all know is Turn 10, Coalition, Mojang, Coalition, Mojang. It was 2 more. But you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, Rare and 343s. That's it. They had 5. Meanwhile, Sony had 25 or 27, I think it was, or 32. And then they closed a couple, as we know, doing PS4. And
Had with a
Nintendo
fucking
had it,
had in
right?
capital letters with an exclamation point.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is they had to buy the studios in order to continue to feed Game Pass and grow the Xbox portfolio as a first-party games. But yeah, everybody's trying to make it seem like, oh, it's their greed that got them screwed, and that's why now they gotta kill the Xbox, put everything everywhere. That's not what it was. They had to buy studios. They had no studios. See what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I
And
see. I see. You and I both know that, but
right.
with these people don't understand who you're engaging in, and they're all idiots. None of them know anything. They don't follow business. They don't even like gaming. They're fucking console warriors who have an allegiance to a fucking brand, right? Um, we all lived through the Xbox One generation, right? And as far as growth, the Xbox One generation saw no growth. It did not do the PlayStation generation saw a little tiny bit of growth with the casuals, but it wasn't the growth they would have you believe. So usually in business, guys, and I know you don't want to hear this. I know you don't want to hear this. I know you, Sega Forever don't want to hear this. I know T Reaper, Thomas Barker, if he was here, don't want to hear this, right? But I've seen now that I'm older in business that if something you're doing doesn't work, you either have to pivot or become irrelevant. So instead of Xbox becoming irrelevant, which would have been a mistake in the age where Tencent and the other Chinese company are buying up everything, right?
Mhm.
There's bigger, more, like your guys are still under the impression that Sony is Microsoft's competition. They're not.
Oh
They're not.
no, they're not.
They're not.
For sure.
They're not.
They're not. No.
PlayStation is fucking irrelevant. They don't know it. IGN don't know it. Fucking Colin Moriarty don't know it. Goff Kelly don't know it. Fucking Paul Tassi, all these guys don't know it. Why do you think Sega Forever they're so busy working overtime to try to keep PlayStation relevant and constantly tell you Xbox sucks? Every day they constantly tell you Xbox sucks. Xbox is dying. Xbox is doomed. Xbox sucks. Xbox is garbage. If that many people are telling you that Xbox sucks and Xbox is garbage, then Xbox must be the goddamn bomb. So if you telling me not to shop at fucking Acme, that means Acme must be the goddamn shit, right? So Xbox, instead of becoming irrelevant and continually engaging in a console war, a boxes sold per unit war with these fucking Japanese brands who have this ridiculous loyalty for reasons I can't fucking explain. Because everybody in this room except for Heba had a PlayStation 1. Everybody in this room, except for everybody in this room, had a Nintendo 64. Some did, some didn't. And guess what? Those fucking brands were great at one time, but they no longer appeal to me. But that's neither here nor there. Xbox could have stayed fucking irrelevant and stayed in this console war, or they could have did the smart thing and say, listen, since these people aren't going to ever buy an Xbox. They told us this. They told us this in so many words. I'm never going to buy an Xbox. I like PlayStation. Fuck Xbox. Xbox sucks. I'm never going to buy an Xbox. Xbox is greedy. Microsoft is evil. Since you're never going to buy an Xbox, why should we as a company continue chasing after these people? Why should we continue trying to change these people's minds when I don't know who it was? I don't know whether it's Amy Hood. I don't know if it was Satya Nadella. I don't know who the big boss is over there now. It ain't Phil. I don't know who the big boss is over there, but somebody said, yo, listen, since these guys are never going to buy an Xbox Sega forever, let's get them to buy the goddamn games. But wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. How are the Xbox fans going to feel if we put our games on Nintendo and PlayStation? They'll get over it. They'll get over it, or they won't, or they'll leave. But the main thing is we cannot stay this stagnant brand trying to be Xbox 360 anymore. And I was against it. I fucking hated it. I didn't understand it. I didn't know why the fuck you were putting Sea of Thieves over on PlayStation. And then I didn't know why you were putting Forza Horizon 5 over on PlayStation. Fuck them. I felt the same way as Ebot did. I didn't feel betrayed like he felt betrayed. I just felt, why give them anything over there? Aren't y'all at war with PlayStation? Don't we hate them? And Phil and Satya Nadella was like, hate them? Hate them? Why should we hate them? Those motherfuckers are going to make us money. And it's slowly but surely, second forever. When I started waking up and getting wiser, I said, damn, that's some devious shit. Since these motherfuckers are never going to buy an Xbox, since they're never going to go in the store and plunk down the cash like Hebot did, or like Tuck did for a Rogue Ally, whatever the fuck that handheld is that's overpriced, they said, let's just sell them the games. And the numbers back that up. The numbers for Forza Horizon 5, much to my chagrin, and Sea of Thieves, much to my chagrin, back that up. Now, is every game going to do what Call of Duty does? No, it's not. Is every game going to do what Forza Horizon does? No, it's not. But for right now, as far as Microsoft and Xbox's board of directors see it, the numbers justify this move. What wasn't justifiable was, and y'all not going to like this, what wasn't justifiable was catering to a niche market and a niche audience that was never going to grow. Yeah, me, Hebot, Tuck, Sega Forever, we always going to buy Xbox games. They did the numbers. We buy more games than anybody out there, more than on Nintendo. But the Xbox audience was never going to grow. So Xbox said, well, since the audience isn't going to grow, let's saturate the market with our games and try to make some money. Now, I don't know what the end game is. I don't know what the end game is, but because you and I are never going to see eye to eye on this. I'm just going to help you. I just want to explain because you for some reason you feel betrayed by Xbox. No. When you don't realize that you, me, and Sega Forever has always been just a number. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but I'm just telling you the truth. Same thing with WWE. They didn't bat an eyelash when I didn't get ESPN, and it's okay. It's okay that I didn't pay $30 a month for ESPN, which I'm not going to do. It's okay if people want to, well, I'm going to give up Game Pass. It's okay. The world is not going to miss us. All I'm saying is that WWE as a brand and Xbox as a brand had to move on. And maybe they got to move on from us. I don't know. I know that's not what you want to hear. I'm just trying to make this shit more palatable for y'all because this gaming culture that y'all fucking talk about, it don't exist. It's done.
Wait. Hold on, Iraq. Hold on. Okay.
Go ahead.
I don't consider myself a number at all.
Well, you are a number.
The reason why
you are.
No, but I don't consider myself a number, right? So the reason why I talk about culture so much on this game is because if I start feeling like I'm a number, I'm out.
Right.
You should notice about me, right?
Well, you might as well be out then.
Okay, so wait, hold on. Let me speak my piece, okay?
I told y'all didn't want to hear this.
No, it doesn't matter.
And second thing, my friend, I love you. When I came to this realization that I was a number to WWE and Xbox, I said, well, I could either be mad at Netflix or I could just move on, enjoy their shit, and keep it moving. You feel me?
But that's culture. That's pop culture. That's nerd culture. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, so there was always something that Xbox gave me, right? That keeps me in the culture of Xbox.
Right.
But for some of the decisions that they're making right now, that culture's gone. Especially
Yeah.
with what happened with Halo today, it's over.
They're
They,
making,
dude,
So for me, from my
that's what I was trying
perspective,
to. Well,
they're,
like,
from my
they're,
way,
making,
hold on one second,
they're
guys, hold on,
making
let me get
business
this out there.
decisions.
Hold on, let me get this out there. So for
Hmm.
me, the way I participate in the ecosystem, this is the reason why I am not a Marvel fanboy. This is why I don't let other companies and corporations control what I do and what I
Mhm.
buy and how I participate in whatever. This is how I can move over on other things. And Xbox, for me, still had that hope, right? But then they get rid of the movies, right? Then they start spreading the stuff around. And the thing that pisses me off about the most, I don't care about Sony. I don't care about Nintendo. Yeah, I'm not like what you said, dude. I don't look at them as our competition. I never did, right? The competition is on the bigger scale. The problem I have with Microsoft is they know that and they never even tried, Erock.
yeah,
Never
that's what
even
I'm
tried.
trying to
They,
think.
they
Yeah,
never
They
even
never
tried.
even tried.
They never
When
even
you're a
tried to do
trillion
what?
dollar company, second only to Apple or Intel, and on that level, right? And the reason why they don't know is because they don't understand gaming culture. Phil does, but Phil is passive aggressive, and that's his problem. Then you got
yeah.
Satya and Amy Hood coming out, and they're just reading the numbers.
But
And at the end of the day, and at the end of the day, when I'm
what
looking
is
at all this
gaming?
stuff, bro,
But
when
what
I'm
is
looking at
gaming
all this stuff
culture?
on social media, when I'm seeing this stuff on social media, it shows that they don't understand what's going on, right? What they
Well,
should have done, they should have done a lot of things, right? But they never did,
Like
right? And then
what?
we just move around. We just go with them. We go with the flow because at the end of the day, I will agree on this. There's nobody touching them on the games and the services, the console, the power.
oh, the value. Yeah.
And the value. It's all still intact. It's all still intact. But like you said, Erock, like you said in the comment section, right? You were saying, okay, well, we just gotta get past this. I would love to get past this, brother. You're preaching to the choir. But we can't get past this because ponies never change.
Yep.
Right? And
But
what ponies do, what ponies do is
say
they
that.
draft narrative. Look, dude, I'm just gonna be straight up with you. There's so many people I
Yeah,
have to unsubscribe from.
you can talk to me. My name. Listen. My name isn't E-Rock X. It's Eric, by the way. We can talk. What are you watching tonight? Listen, man. Listen. I'm hearing everything you're saying. Go ahead. Explain because I need to understand where you and Chris is coming from, so I
So
can even have this
I
discussion.
I'm
unsubscribe
trying to
from so
explain.
many people. I unsubscribe from so many people because I don't follow them for gaming.
Yeah,
Right.
Right?
yeah,
And the gaming is the last thing I would listen to any of these clowns about, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
because what's the narrative? The narrative is Xbox this, Xbox that, and they're talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because of
Mm-hmm.
the clicks and views, but they have bigger audiences, right?
Right.
And so then I'm like, look, dude, in order for me to listen to your content, right? Because you're buying into you're drinking the Kool-Aid. So everything about you just falls apart for me. So I'm done.
Right. Of course. Yeah.
Whether it's Tyrone, these other couple people that I follow, because I follow them for
Mhm.
comic books, 'cause that's their background. I follow
Yeah.
them because the days when we were doing this, Iraq, when I first found you, dude, right? Because the credibility of me, you, Hebot, and Sigma, Man, because we old school, right? Because we
Mhm.
lived this stuff. We didn't. These guys don't never lived it, so they don't understand anything about it.
No.
So I can't take
No.
them seriously. And so what I do is I can't. Everything they say to me means nothing, even though they're correct on WB or if they're correct on Marvel. It doesn't matter to me, man, because they
They're wrong with a lot of that shit too.
no. So when I look at them, I'm like, dude, if you don't have the council, if you don't participate in the ecosystem, nothing you say means anything. There's no credibility,
Correct.
right? So I get it, dude. Like that's not the problem, right? I don't care what ponies say because, and in fact, I know ponies. We all know ponies. That's not the problem. But what's happening,
Not me
right?
anymore.
And all these people, these casuals are jumping in and doing the same thing, and that's what
Yeah.
pisses me off about Microsoft, right? Because I'm like, dude,
Even enough.
that's why I said this years ago, man. I'm not fighting for you guys because you guys don't fight for yourselves. Why should I waste my time and energy? What everything I base everything that Microsoft does on right now, and I still have this channel, I still do these videos, has to be for me principle, right? And as a consumer, right?
Respect.
Because what pisses me off, right, is like if you guys are gonna make these decisions, right? Like there's games, like look, if they cancel Fable, I'll be pissed. I'm not saying they are. I'm not saying that anything, but if
Yeah,
something like that
you're
happens,
giving a hypothetical. Yeah.
That's all dependent on playground games and how fast they show results. It's out of your hand.
I'll be
It's out of
honest
your
with you,
hands.
I actually like Amy Hood and what Satya is doing because I'm this is my opinion on it. What Phil was trying to do was trying to sell Game Pass, which should be at 100 million subscribers.
Yes.
Then that's what they were doing. That's
Yeah,
what they
but
were
it
doing.
would have been at 100 million subscribers and they would have kept the fucking games exclusive for at least the beginning to see how it did, but they didn't. Look, what I meant
Are you sure?
I'm gonna say to you, Eli, what I was trying to explain to you about they don't respect the culture in the sense of like what we spoke before.
What's the culture?
How did you give PlayStation a Gears of War Reloaded physical, right? And not the Xbox fan base? How do you give the fucking PlayStation community, Ninja Gaiden 4, when I go to Target, it's on the fucking shelves and it's not there for my Xbox. When we built those brands, it wasn't the PC community, it wasn't the fucking Nintendo weirdos, it was the PlayStation. It was Xbox. You see what I'm saying? Another example.
No physical copies are available for you.
Plus another example. You do a fucking Xbox event with Halo.
Yes.
Announce the game coming to PlayStation on social. No, these motherfuckers like we're kumbaya now. Got PlayStation shirts on an Xbox event.
Are you serious?
Yes, with Xbox fans. Fuck you. PlayStation didn't give nothing to Xbox fans. All we've heard since 2013 is fuck you, Xbox, fuck you, Xbox. We haven't been able to enjoy our games and our brand. And all Phil said was, we're going to make it up to you. This is how you make it up to us? By getting them the shit without making them work for it? Fuck that. They want the games, work for it. Buy an Xbox, get into the ecosystem, and suck our fucking cock. That's how I look at it. Because, or at least keep it a year exclusive or two, and then put it there. Okay, fine. Who gives a fuck? It's already 2 years old. That's the difference. Sony has respect for their culture, at least, even though they treat the fans like shit as far as economy and value. But they don't go and do a Sony event and put an Xbox shirt and say, "Kumbaya, my lord." They don't do that. And I don't give a fuck because we know Sony can't compete with Xbox. They're not the competitors. We all know this. It's the principle. We've been there since OG, and we remember E-Rock back then when OG came out. How dare Microsoft come into the gaming space? Who the fuck they think they are? This is Sony's realm. Get the fuck out of here. When Sony was the one that got in mudslinging, and we all know this, right? They were the bastards. Microsoft was working with everybody from the very beginning since the MSX, and they were being respectful to the culture. They even helped Sega with the Dreamcast. We all know this, but everybody's trying to treat them like they're the bad guys, the big bad. Well, fuck them. We don't need them. No, we don't need Sony. We don't need Nintendo. They don't do nothing for the industry. Those faggots do shit for the industry. They don't do nothing. They need to be gone. And that was my dream before I died, that they would die. I want them gone. But they fucked over Sega. They fucked up the industry. The whole industry fucked up because of Sony or Nintendo. And people don't even see that. That's why I said the culture. Respect me as a person that went out day one and bought 4 consoles for my house at $500 a piece with the promise that you were going to give us nothing but good-ass next-generation games. And instead you went and gave us the games once you decided to share them. I'm glad that I have Keeper for exclusive. I'm glad I have the Gunk exclusive. I'm glad I have South of Midnight exclusive. They gave over their mascot today. Their fucking mascot. They gave it away. Meanwhile, Nintendo and Sony still have their mascot.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that Master Chief is no longer going to appear on an Xbox? It's over.
No, he will, but he's no longer an Xbox mascot. He's the mascot for everybody. He's a PlayStation mascot now. He's a Nintendo mascot.
Heba, my friend. Are you aware that PlayStation over the last 20 years has had many mascots? Sackboy.
Absolutely, and none of them are still on it.
Well, actually, you're wrong. Their first mascot
wasn't there. Crash and Crash was not theirs. It was never theirs. That was Naughty Dog's, and when they bought Naughty Dog, they already have sold it to Activision. That was never their mascot. They bought that shit.
He was their unofficial mascot for at least.
Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And I know what you mean too. I know what you mean.
Listen, I hear everything you're saying. I can hear it in your voice. It's just listen. I'm Chris and Sega forever. I'm just trying to understand. And the only reason why I'm trying to understand is because you want to see a motherfucker that was emotional like Hebot. Nobody was more emotional. Man, I yelled at fucking Mr. 100.
I remember.
Was stupid and ridiculous. Why was I yelling over this has nothing to do with Xbox. I'm talking about Warner Brothers. Why was I yelling about a company that was doomed to do whatever the fuck they want to do, regardless of how I felt, right?
Yeah.
And so as we get older, I hear every fucking thing Hebot is saying. This
And
is
don't
like
get me
what?
wrong, I'm not yelling at you. Enoch. Don't
Come on,
get it
Chris,
twisted. Nothing personal
Chris,
towards you. I'm just
Chris,
saying. You know what I mean?
Chris, me and you have argued over politics. You and I have fought over our politics. Me and you have not spoken to each other over politics. Me and you are past that shit. Me and
Right,
you
right.
are
No, I'm
gamers.
just
We
saying.
are friends. This man has been to my house. I ate his wife's chicken and paella. Me and this man are we're past all that bullshit. Okay,
That's right.
all
That's a
right, brother. It's nothing but love on my end.
exactly.
I'm
Same
just
here.
I'm at a different place in my life now at 57, 56 years old, man. I'm trying to understand one thing, one thing, two things. I need to understand what the gaming culture is, and I need to understand what does buying. I must have bought 4 or 5 Xboxes, or just 10 Xboxes. I've been with Xbox since 2002, man. I've been riding and dying with them for 20 years, right? And I'm just trying to understand where y'all coming from because
I'll give you an example. I'll give you an
go ahead.
example. Okay, so one of the problems I'm having with Game Pass and Xbox in general, not everything, but it is noticeable now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is when they bring a game over for Xbox, right?
Mhm.
They don't do the painstaking conversion of making the game palatable for a console player. Okay, so it was every once in a while, and then some games I wasn't interested in anyway. Right? I just tried it out. But what it is that it started to grow a little bit more, and some of these games I was interested in playing. One of them was this game called Hood, right? No, not Hood. Common Hood or something like that. And I love these
Mm-hmm.
type of post-apocalyptic survival games. I was trying to play it, but it was almost impossible to play with the controller. Right? And so there was a time when Xbox would make it a point to, if you're bringing your game over here, right, we want the best experience for the people on our console. And I think that's pretty much out the door, right? So it's almost like it's become quantity over quality. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there was a culture within Xbox that made that important, right? Because they wanted to put they wanted to have the very best for us as the fans. And I'm not saying that they don't do that, right? But I've noticed a little bit more, right? Because they don't enforce certain things that they used to with the 360 era and even with the Xbox One era, right? A lot of things are more PC focused. This is why they're going to make this hybrid, right? PC/console thing, probably transitioning, right? But at the end of the day, that's what I mean about culture, E-Rock, right? That's Xbox culture, not just gaming culture. Gaming culture is toxic. Gaming culture is ridiculous. Kind of like comic book culture, like you're talking about wrestling, all of that, right? Where we're at this point in time when it comes to pop culture in general, it's just falling apart, right? But one of the bastions that I always had to find myself in was an Xbox, right? That's why it matters to me, and that's what
And
I
you
mean by
still,
culture. And that's just and
I
that's just
believe
one
it.
example.
I believe that you still can. I needed to understand where you and Hebot was coming from.
Mhm.
So the stuff I say doesn't come off it's harsh, right?
Yeah.
And believe me, guys, I get your pain, right? The reason why this shit isn't hitting me the way it's hitting y'all is because after fucking Sea of Thieves showed up on PlayStation,
Mm-hmm.
a game that I personally championed back in 2018.
Yeah. Yes,
My,
you did.
my,
Yes, you did.
myself
Yes,
and
you did.
several other gamers, and the PlayStation gamers took the piss out of it. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
CSG, garbage, diabetic dog shit, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then I began to see what their strategy was, and I began to slowly understand that, oh, gee, they're right. Except for our audience, nobody was playing Sea of Thieves. Oh, gee, except for our audience, nobody was playing Forza Horizon 5. Oh, gee, except for our audience who was playing the Master Chief Collection and Halo Infinite, and the PC gamers, nobody was playing Halo. Oh, gee, except for our audience, nobody was playing Gears of War, right? Gears of War Ultimate Edition was, I think a lot of you forgot you even had it on your fucking hard drives, right? And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. The only way this bothers you, and I'm not saying you guys, the only way this bothers you is if you're still on Twitter. The only way this bothers you is if you're still on Instagram. The only way this bothers you is if you're still on Facebook to see these idiots talk about fucking shit and see them bitch about shit. Listen, the PlayStation community, they are who they are. They're too dumb to realize that Wolverine being exclusive to PlayStation, it doesn't help them out at all. It helps them out with bragging rights. Yeah, we got Wolverine. It ain't going nowhere for now. It ain't going nowhere. Wolverine ain't going nowhere. Yeah, Spider-Man ain't going nowhere except to the PC. Spider-Man ain't going nowhere. And how does that help PlayStation? How does that help
I
PlayStation?
can tell you how it helps PlayStation.
How? How
Yeah,
Sega Forever?
so it's just a narrative, right? And
Mhm.
so everybody thinks that PlayStation is that brand.
Yeah.
And we know, and look, D-Rock, I don't have a problem with. I know ponies already, right? It's to me like they don't bother because I know,
But,
I know,
but
I
you
know.
and I know PlayStation isn't that brand.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
But not the
I don't
majority.
PlayStation. But what
But
I'm
not the
saying,
majority.
yeah. So what I'm saying about it is that, but that narrative is still there, right? So when you have Square Enix finally coming over, but for years, Square Enix stay with PlayStation, right? And the new president, the reason they have a new president is because all of that was smoke and mirrors. They weren't selling, right? They want to make money. So what they're doing, they're putting it on both consoles and they're putting it on PC, right? Because they want to make money, right?
Wow. Square Enix decided to join the 21st century and move on.
Yeah.
Are you? Wow. Who
But
would
one of
have
the
thought?
problems,
I wonder who did that first. Gee,
but one of the problems is that,
Xbox.
and this is why I always say this about PlayStation.
Big thing too.
The
Square
thing I
doesn't
hate
make
about
consoles.
PlayStation the most is that they were holding us back, right?
Yes.
Because the narrative is that they're the bigger, the better console. They're the most popular
Yes.
console. They're the console that and people don't buy it. Like so I don't believe any of their numbers, right? And then the people that are hardcore, they don't even purchase the games or the hardware on the level that we do with Xbox. And this is one of the reasons why I think Xbox is moving forward with the way they are because they know they have a core constituency that actually spends money. Right? It's a total business move, and I respect that, E-Rock. I'll be honest with you. I don't have a problem with Amy Hood. I don't have a problem with Satya Nadella. Right? And for me, I'm kind of like, all right, that's pretty cold-blooded what you guys are doing. I mean, I'm getting caught in the crossfire, but as long as you give me, I'm fine with it. As long as
How are you getting caught in the crossfire though?
no, so as long as you're giving me what I want, which is what they're
Mhm.
doing,
Yeah.
right? That's what they're doing, and I'm fine with that. Right? I'm absolutely 100% fine with that. What I'm not fine with is that culture dying, right? And so I'm like, I'm not going to participate on that level. So case in point, you talk about WWE, right? And you see what WWE is doing with the UFC. I think you mentioned they get purchased by the UFC. Now they're rubbing elbows with Dubai and all this kind of stuff because they're looking for the bigger bank, right? And so if you're a common WWE person, right, and you still want to rock out with them, you're gonna have to fork over the money. Same thing with Xbox, right? If I want to rock out with Xbox, I'm gonna have to fork over the money.
$9 more a month?
Yeah, so I'm saying like if no, I'm talking about like their console, their
Oh
handheld.
well, that's a whole nother
gaming.
that's a whole nother ball of wax. That's a whole nother subject.
No, but
Yeah,
I'm saying
yeah.
I get it. So if you want to purchase, and I like that. If I'll be honest with both of you, I meant to do a video earlier in the week. I never got to it because I wanted to have show Sarah Bond's video. Then I wanted to do the media showcase the media blitz that they were talking about, and I'm 100% with that because at the end of the day, these people they tried everything. They bent over backwards. They tried to be nice, and these people just slapped
Well,
them.
Xbox has trying to been doing the right thing for people and the fans since 2013.
Yeah,
And they
all
have not. They have not caught a break. They have not.
Not just not caught a break, dude. They're hated. So
Yeah,
for
they
me,
just hate it straight up, flat out. Yeah.
So I'm back here watching all this. I'm like, yeah, charge me $1,000. Go. Like charge me whatever you want to. Right? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because all these people complaining about how much it costs, they never own an Xbox.
Yeah. They weren't going to buy it. If it was cheaper, they were going to say, oh, it's because it's a piece of shit, not better than PS5 or PS6.
The $9 you just mentioned, they don't have Game Pass, but they're complaining about it.
Right?
Yep. And so they're complaining about it, and it foments all this stuff. And I'm telling you, I'm not on social media on that level. So my social media right now, I'm on social media, but
my account got canceled.
My focus on social media right now is economy, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody's sucking ass right now when it comes to the economy, right? And that's my focus. But on the flip side, this stuff has grown so much, and it's invading so many things on the things that I enjoy doing, right? That I just have to avoid it, like you said. So I unsubscribe from Clownfish TV. I unsubscribe from Tyrone Magnus. I unsubscribe from
Erotic, all of them.
Yeah,
they're terrible. They're terrible.
A lot of them I unsubscribe.
Geeks and gamers. Oh my god.
Yeah,
dude, you can't open up your tab to watch anything positive without nothing negative to piss you off about something you like. Like what the fuck?
Like the way the algorithm should read my stuff is I only should be seeing like Chaos Lounge, that other dude, the fighting guy, and then a couple of these other like On Point for Gamers, right? Because that's the people I really want to listen to.
E-Rock, which you don't have, he hasn't come back. That's what we should be watching.
No, so but with the way YouTube is, right? YouTube will aggregate all this stuff and push out the stuff that's getting all the
I
views.
know, I know. It's a pain in the ass. If you watch, well, two of my favorite Xbox channels right now are Xbox On and Xbox Nation. And as soon as you watch one of their videos or type in anything Xbox or
Yep.
type in a guide to get you through a game, it's an Xbox game. Here comes all the dumb videos. And
Yes.
so what you got to do is you got to literally go. It's a pain in the ass. You got to literally go in it and hit the videos you like about 6 or 7 times and hit refresh, and it'll refresh the algorithm. It's a pain in the ass, but that's just how YouTube's algorithm is.
Bro,
My thing is,
I don't even watch I Know It's Alex. I don't watch Fratanga. I don't watch NVG, but their crap keeps on popping up on my stuff
All the time. Yeah.
all the time.
I understand.
Right.
So,
So for me to, it's not me not avoiding it. I don't care. I don't care. Nobody, with the exception of three of us, it's Sega Man and Tuck. There's nobody can tell me anything about anything.
That's right. That's right.
Right. So why would I listen to them? I don't know, like Young Ye. Right. When his video popped up, I thought it's because I watch K-pop or I watch K-dramas. When his video popped up, I thought, oh, this dude must be into K-dramas. And he's talking about video games, and then he started talking about Xbox. I'm like, okay, this dude's a loser. But there's
because
nothing.
it's nothing. It's listen. It's nothing else for them to talk about.
I know.
Nintendo ain't making no news because Nintendo is fucking irrelevant, and nobody will ever admit it because Nintendo is so loved by the children and by these fucking 65 and 45-year-old man children who are 50 years old still saving Princess Peach forever since 1983, and that's okay. That's great.
E-Rock, go see my short videos. Not to cut you off, brother. I just wanted to tell you something.
Yeah.
Go see all my shorts that I've been putting. I'm gonna put another one today, later on, of all the stores I'm hitting, showing how Nintendo Switch 2 is not selling. And they literally only got 3 exclusive, and everybody's still praising them like they're the best.
Because that's who these people are, Hebot.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people Sega Forever are always going to be. I'm not, listen, guys. I'm not the enemy. I'm your friend. Really, I am.
Absolutely.
I'm more calm now than I've ever been, man. You know, I try to stay in shape, but I have health problems too, man. I take care of a senior citizen. I got a house that's falling apart, man. I'm trying to enjoy my life. You think I do not have any time, Christopher Rybot and Sega Forever, to engage in anything I don't like, and I refuse. I absolutely fucking positively refuse, and that includes women. If you aren't positive and a joy to, I need for a woman to be a joy to be around, like my ex.
Right.
Yeah,
If you're not a joy to be around, I'm out, man.
You're not wrong.
If you're one of my buddies, which I have a few of them, and you're always negative, I got to be out, man. I want to have positive things around me. So we know now that the video game media and the video game space, that in order to get clicks and views, the thing to do is to post negative Xbox news and hit it with the title, Xbox is dead, Xbox is done, or my favorite, they are cooked, and all of this bullshit, right? And these videos have been circulating in the ether for years now, since 2013. And Xbox is still here. Xbox is the only company that, and Unlimited Production has the numbers, who've seen year-on-year growth. Game Pass has seen year-on-year growth, right? It has installed out. Everybody's saying, "Oh, I'm getting rid of my Game Pass subscription as soon as Call of Duty gets out." And then when Call of Duty drops, it'll be, "Well, I'll get rid of my Game Pass subscription next year." It's the same thing. Listen, you guys have been telling us since 2013 that you're getting rid of your Xbox. You've been telling us since 2018 that you're getting rid of Game Pass. And my thing has always been, Xbox is not an airport or a train station. You do not have to announce your departure. Just go and be blessed and chill, man. Just fucking go, man. Just go. Nobody fucking cares. Sega Forever said, and I think he misquoted himself. He's getting caught in the crossfire. You and Heatbot say that the Xbox gaming culture is damaged, and I'm trying to figure out what you're saying, because to me, the Xbox gaming culture that got invaded by casuals during the 360 era, because the 360 was popular, the Xbox gaming culture, which has been Xbox taking care of his fan base and looking out for his fan base first, I don't see how that has changed when in Game Pass you're getting 75 day and date exclusives. I don't see
No,
how that.
definitely the value's still there, no matter what.
I don't like the fact that they're raising prices on hardware. Again, that's a whole other discussion. But like when you compare what Xbox is giving you compared to what PlayStation is giving you, it ain't even a fucking discussion. And we
No,
know
it's not.
this.
It's not.
Yeah, but that's foregone conclusion. Xbox, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
PlayStation and Nintendo, like that's been gone for years.
yeah.
My focus partly is what Xbox is
Then guys, if you know this, if you know, listen, their big game was Ghost of Yotai, right? And they don't even fucking talk about it. What are they talking about? Xbox. Shouldn't y'all be
Bro got
making
like,
videos about how great Ghost of Yotai is? They're waiting next year on Wolverine while we're getting over. I don't know how many fucking games pop in Game Pass weekly, and
weekly.
they're all bangers. And they try, oh, those games are quality games in your fucking mind, right? So
Mhm.
what it is, guys, and I keep trying to tell people, they are upset and they have always hated you, Sega, forever. And they hate Heba because you are getting something over here on Xbox that they're not getting. The Japanese are, because they're stuck in that same Japanese mindset. Well, PlayStation is basically an American company. You better believe that the strings are still being pulled over there at Osaka, Japan. They're never going to they're never going to give them PlayStation games day and date. They're never going to give them a Game Pass like service on PlayStation. What happened to PlayStation Spartacus? Remember that? Gee, that came and fucking went. PlayStation Portal and all that other shit that came and fucking went. Nintendo is never going to give their cult like fan base a Nintendo Game Pass like service because their audiences have told them that they'll pay 70, 80, 90, $100 for games and they'll bend over and like it, right?
Mhm.
We're over here on Xbox, y'all bitched about games going up to $80, and what did they do? They fucking rolled it back. They always roll things back. They were not going to roll back on Game Pass this time because the way I see it, we've been robbing them for years. We've been robbing them for years, and I was praying they would never notice, but they noticed. So it's like I hear everything you guys are saying. You feel betrayed because Halo is over. Hebot's pissed. He has a right because he can't get physical copies of the game. So he wants okay. He's got a legitimate right. But to say that Halo going over to PlayStation is a betrayal is a ridiculous when nobody was playing Halo but others ain't. Him and all he plays is all the fuck he plays is
No, I
Halo
mean,
and
what I
Halo.
mean is like it's no longer an Xbox mascot. It's a mascot of everyone, of gaming as a whole.
But he bought
But they weren't
Superman.
playing it. Iraq,
Super
they're not going to buy Halo.
yeah,
Watch.
Superman and Spider-Man are now and have been the mascot of everyone.
Mhm.
You want your properties. You want your company, WWE, which it has. You want Halo. You want Gears of War to reach mass adoption at
Mhm.
any fucking cost at this point, right? Halo actually, I never seen the Halo TV series, but Halo is reaching a point where it's reaching mass adoption.
Mhm.
Sega forever, Heba. Is it better for more people to have their hands on Halo or less at this point? I'm just trying to
Okay,
understand, guys. I swear to God,
it's obviously more, but with a game like Halo, if a new game came out, still being let's say exclusive on Xbox, people
nobody's
would
going
buy.
to play it.
People will still buy it because, like you
Who?
said,
Us?
PlayStation ain't gonna buy it. PlayStation got how much you want to bet Halo ain't gonna do well on PS5? I guarantee.
It's not going to do great, but they'll buy it. They'll buy it because you
Even
know
if
what?
it sold 1 million copies, it's got over a 60 million copy fan base on Xbox alone, or 70, something like that.
So
So what?
a million more. Is it gonna hurt? A million more isn't
No,
gonna
no, it
help.
won't hurt, obviously, but is it really that worth that much? Not really. I don't think so. But I mean, it doesn't hurt it, obviously, like you said. Your point is valid just as much as I think my point is valid. I don't think it'll hurt. Obviously not because it's 1 million more players. But at the same time, not having 1 million more players is not going to hurt the game either, in my opinion. Right? I'm just trying to be honest. But
The biggest publisher right now on PlayStation is not fucking PlayStation.
yeah,
It's
that's true.
Xbox.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Mission, whether we like it or not, man, mission accomplished. And I know you guys are
That's a
saying,
fact.
man, E-Rock, what happened to you, E-Rock? That's What happened to me is that I'm trying to rationalize how Halo and how Forza and how Gears of War being on PlayStation hurts me when we basically getting those games for fucking free. You pay
Yeah.
$360 a year for Game Pass Ultimate, right? I did the math somewhere. That's about 7 or 8 games. You're
Mm-hmm.
getting 75. 75 is a
Day
bigger
game.
number than 8. Day in date, we're still
Mm-hmm.
winning. And Keybot, those ponies, they fucking hate you for that. When
Mm-hmm.
you hate somebody that's getting something you're not getting, they hate you for that. And so what they've been trying to do successfully, MGB, Dreamcast guy, is to get you
Mm-hmm.
to fucking sell your Xbox like a fucking dummy and join them over in PlayStation and be miserable over there with them. You have to be
Mm-hmm.
miserable to make 106 Xboxes dead videos in one day. You have to be miserable to be on Twitter every day. Oh, Xbox sucks. Xbox sucks. Xbox.
Or desperate.
We could play Halo now. He bought. Yeah. And you're paying $80 for it, dickhead. Like everything over there on PlayStation, they see as a win. They see as a W is a L. It's a fucking
Right,
L.
right.
And they know it's a fucking L. They want what you have over here. But PlayStation, this company that they've sold their souls, they worship this Japanese company. PlayStation, the one thing oh no Alex said about a year ago that I could agree with, he said that PlayStation ain't been PlayStation since PlayStation 2. They've been surviving off of fumes. They've been surviving off of fucking off of what's that word that he bot always uses? They've been surviving off of
Perception.
perception for the long
Mm-hmm.
and there's a few of us and in growing numbers who are woken up like people like Tyrone Magnus and John Campia are still under the perception until
Yeah,
they
yeah,
try
yeah.
it, until they try. Fucking Tyrone Magnus don't have Game Pass. So why the fuck are you talking about Game Pass?
Dude, he was playing Silk Song and Gears of and Ninja Gaiden 4 on PlayStation when he could have just played it on his Xbox. And then he sits there and does a video talking about, I haven't had a reason to turn on my Xbox. I was like, really? Then you clearly don't know what you have, dummy.
Exactly, or he don't have an Xbox, or his girl has an Xbox, or Tyrone Magnus is
Yeah, he
talking
could
shit.
be lying too. That's a fact. That's a fact.
These guys, like I've learned that not to trust anything that they say. They need clicks and views, and whatever flavor is going on that week, whether it's something that like there's a rumor going around that they all ran with that. Oh, Zack Snyder's coming back to WB. No, the fuck he isn't. No, he isn't.
No,
He's
no, no. The thing with Netflix that they buy, because I think Netflix is in talks to buy
yeah,
WB. But if they do, that's a possibility.
yeah,
If Netflix buys it.
But like, why would he go back after the way they did him, right? So like, what I'm saying, is they run with anything to try to get clicks and views. So
Yeah, yeah,
why
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
would anybody take them with a grain of salt? I'm just in a different place now, dude. Those videos
Yeah.
used to piss me off, and then I'm like, I just get this shit. Matter of fact, I'd be talking to YouTube by myself, like, yo, get this shit out of my feed, get this shit out of my feed, and I fucking change the channel and I find something else on. Guys, I'm
Right.
trying to help. And I think I could be wrong. Your biggest problem, the two of you, is that you're on fucking Twitter. You got to get off Twitter.
No, no, they
That's
banned my account because the Nintendo weirdo got mad when I was defending the ally and giving them a reason, explaining to them how it was much better than the Nintendo Switch 2. And they fucking banned my shit. They fucking got mad.
That's what they do, man. That's what they fucking do. And I
Dude,
know
I'll tell you this, man. My Twitter is 85% of it has nothing to do with games.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You concentrate more on the economy. That's true.
good,
That's true.
Politics, economy, right? All that stuff, right?
good.
But I will show you this because I had to search for this.
Yeah.
It says, so I'm showing this on the screen. It says, if we lose our way with Halo, we lose our way with Xbox. And that's from Phil Spencer in 2011. Right? And I'll just leave it there. That's the reality that we're facing if you're an Xbox fan right now.
If we lose, what does it say? Because I'm looking at a small screen right now. If we lose our way with Halo, we lose our way with Xbox.
Yeah. If we lose Halo, we've lost our way. Yeah, pretty much.
Well then something changed pretty fucking quick, didn't it? Something changed pretty quick, right? Man, we're living
Things change every 5 seconds in the world we live in right now.
we're living in a timeline where the reality is that Disney might own DC. We are
Oh.
living in that. We are living in that fucking timeline. So, am I going to get mad and upset because fucking? Am I going to get mad and upset because Disney bought fucking DC?
I
Hell, we
would.
might get we might get what the fuck we've been asking for. Damn Henry Cavill Superman movie. Shit.
Right.
If I was you, I'd be extremely upset if they bought.
And you know what? And you know what, Sega Forever? You're right. I would have been upset a year ago. You know why I'm not upset now? You know why? If Disney bought DC, wouldn't bother me because I don't give a fuck, man. It's getting cold here in Philly, man. I got mice trying to get in my house. I need my
Oh
fucking
shit.
Honda fixed. You know what I mean? I gotta pay fucking life insurance and fucking health insurance and car insurance and homeowners insurance and sometimes it rains too hard, my roof leaks. You think I got time to worry about fucking Disney destroying another fucking Sega Forever? There's nothing. Listen, guys, I love you. I'm trying to. There's nothing I can do about it. All I
Yeah,
can do is
none of us.
enjoy Xbox, and I've been having a blast. I got so many games on Xbox on Game Pass and games that I bought that I can't even play them all. And usually with us, if we like a game on Game Pass, like Keeper, we're going to buy that game. I'm going to buy
Yep.
Keeper the end of this month. Like that's like I don't have time to engage in. Oh, E-Rock, did you hear? Disney bought DC. Oh well, what the fuck can I do about it?
I mean,
Warner Brothers.
technically, Marvel's already destroyed DC, or Disney's already destroyed DC. So
Well, Marvel didn't destroy DC. Fucking Warner Brothers destroyed Warner Brothers. So
no. So you guys got old boy, man. He pretty much Guardians of the
yeah,
Galaxy.
well, fucking
Superman.
Warner Brothers. It's a long story, but this shit that happened over at Warner Brothers this was not a fucking merger. This was a hostile takeover, right? And it wasn't just a hostile takeover. A merger is when two companies merge, like TKO.
Right.
UFC merged with WWE, right? Vince McMahon left because he had his own shit going on, right?
Yeah.
UFC merged with fucking WWE, and they kept all the management. Discovery merged with Warner Brothers, and the first guy to walk was Walter Hamada, the guy who was in charge of Warner Brothers in DC. And all of a sudden, this dude we never heard of, but he was always there, named Peter Safran, steps up and takes control. And next thing you know, I'm bringing in James Gunn. We're not going to bring back Gal Gadot, Henry Cavill, and fucking Ben Affleck. And nobody was. Oh yeah, we're not going to finish the fucking Fantastic Beasts series because it didn't make enough money. And we're not going to give you Hogwarts Legacy DLC. And we're not going to do that. And I was mad about all of that shit. Then I realized, Iraq, there's nothing you can do about it. These white people are making decisions 3,000 miles away in California that have nothing to do with you. You ain't got to fucking buy another DC movie. I saw that Superman movie. It was a hot piece of shit. It was fucking. It was what a Marvel person would do if they had DC, and it sucked ass.
It was doo-doo.
Yeah, it was dog dude. So man, guys, you move on. Xbox is a company that they haven't slipped in quality. They haven't betrayed the fan base. They are just doing what a smart company would do, who have suffered losses after losses after losses after losses after losses after losses. People aren't buying our consoles except for Hebot and the hardcore gaming culture of Xbox. Losses after losses after losses. Nobody's playing
but
games.
how are they losing though? Right? They're up. Like I like as far as statistically, by the numbers, by the
They're making-
Statistically, they're making more money than both companies, both Sega and fucking Nintendo combined, which is Sony and Nintendo don't want to tell you. I think one quarter they posted a profit of $3 billion for one fiscal quarter, and they're making ridiculous fucking money. But
the division is worth like $900 billion right now.
But guys, just because you're making money does not mean you can keep losing money, which is what this wrestling company called AEW is going to find out. Just because you got billions of dollars and you keep spending billions of dollars, Hebot, and ain't billions of dollars coming back in, you soon go from being a $1 billion company
that's why I like that Microsoft is involved, right? Because that's their MO. It's not that they're losing money; they're just not making the money that they want to make.
I
Because
said, why the fuck? Why
that's
the
why Amy Hood is kind of like 30%, right?
I said, why the fuck did they buy back into why the fuck did they buy Minecraft? Who the fuck? That's a kiddie game. Why did they buy Minecraft? Oh, it makes billions of dollars a month.
Yeah,
Oh, 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 that's why they bought Minecraft. Oh, I see. I get it. They bought Minecraft so they could fund these other fucking purchases they made, right? It was like what like listen, and nobody wants to talk about this. Not Geoff Keighley, not that fucking Kali, not anybody that's a PlayStation or Nintendo fucking ass kisser and dick licker. While Sony and Nintendo are playing fucking checkers, Xbox has been playing fucking chess.
yeah.
And they
I mean,
went and
Sony and Nintendo couldn't buy Mojang. That's why the creator went to Xbox. He wanted to.
exactly. Nor could they buy. You know, Activision shopped that shit around first.
Yeah,
They shot.
They went to Xbox first and they told them no, because they had just bought Bethesda, and people were already accusing them of monopoly. And they're like, no, we can't buy you. And they went shopping around. They went to Sony. Sony said no. They went to Apple. Apple said no. We went to Google. Google said no. And then they came back when they got turned down by everybody, and that's when they offered them the 79 because they were trying to sell for 120 billion. That was the original price.
Mm-hmm.
You know the funny thing about that, and Microsoft never gets any credit for that, especially Xbox division. They
Mhm.
never get credit about that because they read the tea leaves, right? They knew there was a lot of stuff going on with Activision, and that's why they didn't bulk at the price. And it wasn't because like some people said what some people were saying. It's not that they couldn't afford the 120, right? But they saw, but like that's what Microsoft does and Xbox does, right? They look at the numbers, right? Whether I like it or not, they do. And in that case, man, that's why they were able to get the price for it because everybody they knew that they would have to deal with some of the issues that Activision had.
Dude, they had the fucking case when the girl killed herself because of supposed sexual harassment.
And look, Microsoft is
Bobby
cold-blooded.
Kotick knew, and he tried to act all innocent. They had the money left. Microsoft.
Microsoft is cold blooded because you saw what they did. They laid a lot of people off. And this is my personal opinion, man. The people that they laid off was people that they did not want.
Yeah. That they didn't like how they work, maybe their work ethic, maybe something they found vicious. Yeah, I believe that.
Like
I
they didn't
definitely.
want to come into work. They were more comfortable working from home.
The theory is, guys. The theory is, and I thought the same way too. The theory is that if Xbox had a bought Call of Duty and kept Call of Duty exclusive, that all these people were going to buy Xboxes to play Call of Duty. Let me tell you something, man. In the world of business, where we've seen movie after movie that was supposed to make $1 billion, fucking bomb at the box office, where we've seen movies that shouldn't have made a dime make fucking $500 million. Okay, man, if we keep Call of Duty exclusive to Xbox, and I need you guys to understand this, if we keep Call of Duty exclusive to Xbox, that means they'll have to buy an Xbox to play Call of Duty. Man, that was a fucking long shot. That was with fucking Vegas.
You know why I say that though, E-Rock? You know why I say it? Can I tell you why my theory?
Of course.
I'll tell you why. Because remember, most of those guys that are on Call of Duty or that were from the 360 era, they left 360 because
went over to PlayStation 4. Yeah.
Because they were following the stupid DLCs, E-Rock.
Yes.
So they're following DLC. Put it like this.
Milk that stuff dry. Sony milked it dry.
But look at put it from my perspective. If they went and followed it, right, for DLC, which is really minuscule because Xbox dudes always got it anyway at the end of the day, even if it was a year later. Maybe the fact of them not having there was a higher probability that if they didn't get the game completely flat out, they would have definitely came back to Xbox to get that Call of Duty console. That's the perspective I'm coming from. That's why I say that. And that's only with Call of Duty I'm saying this. I'm not saying this with other games. No, just specifically Call of Duty.
And when you over on PlayStation, whether you're casual, whether you're following Call of Duty or not, because once they got over on PlayStation 4 for that 8 years, or however long that generation was, they joined in with the ponies and they joined in with that crowd. When you've been preconditioned to hate a console and to hate a brand as much as they do for reasons that don't make any sense, Call of Duty was going to move you back over to Xbox? Guys, come on. I've told you
I mean,
before.
the Call of Duty fan base, they're not
Whenever-
in the console war bullshit. That's just the little, like you said, it's the small dudes, the
that-
small crowd.
That's too. The numbers are too small. It's too big of a risk to take. It's too big of a risk to take when you just paid $89 billion for Activision, and they just didn't get Activision. They got that mobile company too. I forgot what the company's name.
Yeah. King, what's it, King?
Yeah, King. People don't realize they bought the company that makes Candy Crush and all those mobile games.
They also
So they
have
got
Wizard.
yeah, so they got money coming in from all fucking sides of Microsoft and Xbox, right? So all this talk
I'll
about
tell you the reason why they did what they did. Okay, because of all, do you guys play COD? Do either of you play COD?
yeah, I play especially now that it's on Game Pass. Before I haven't bought a Call of Duty since Advanced Warfare in 2014. Well, that's it for me with Call of Duty. I bought all the classic Call of Duties because they came on sale. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 1 and 2. But when Call of Duty was coming to Game Pass, I said, thank God I ain't gotta buy this fucking shit no more. I don't care what anybody thinks. I ain't gotta buy this fucking shit anymore.
Well,
You know what I mean?
So you play COD. So I play
Yeah.
COD almost every day. And the thing about it, especially where I'm located, right where I live, right in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. The thing that amazes me about COD is it doesn't take no time for me to get into a game. The only time I have problems getting into the game is something with the server. Right, that's it. Right, and it blows my mind that people, as much as they complain about COD, it has that Bethesda effect too. Right, but they're still the fans. So that's why I push back on you, E-Rock. Is number one. Number two, the biggest thing that Xbox had to think about was Fortnite. Because there's a generation of people that play Fortnite.
Yeah.
And that's what they have to look at as well.
Yeah.
That was the kickers for it. I would have happily look, and I was just speaking for myself. If I was in charge of Xbox, I would have happily rolled that dice and took that chance.
And you know what?
I think in the case, I honestly humbly believe E-Rock and Brother Singer Forever.
Yeah.
When it comes in the case of Call of Duty, and I'd say I'm being very specific, it would have definitely worked in their favor. I truly believe that. Only because the Call of Duty fan base are cultists too. They're like Nintendo fans. They like PlayStation. They just follow the game. They don't care where it is.
Yeah.
In the case of Call of Duty, okay, I'm being specific here. Everything else, absolutely, I agree with E-Rock. It's a big gamble, especially with the money that they paid, But look at Starfield. Starfield worked in their favor. Has sold a whole shitload of ton of copies, and is doing well. And they, this dude said he don't want to put it there. He don't want to put it on PlayStation. Because Microsoft said they only want to put games on PlayStation that developers want to put. They're not forcing them to do it. They don't have to do it. That's also what Phil said. And what's his name for the guy from Starfield, the main head? Holy crap! What's his name?
Todd Howard.
Todd Howard. He don't like PlayStation like that. He said he doesn't want it there. So I don't think you'll see Starfield. If they make a sequel, forget about it. Even worse. So I don't know. I just think with Call of Duty it would have worked big time.
I bet you when Elder Scrolls come out, that should be on PlayStation. Todd Howard ain't stupid.
I don't.
Yeah, that's not his fault. Yeah, that's not his baby. Like Starfield was his baby. That was his magnum opus. Yeah. But of all the companies that could do what we're talking about, Microsoft is that company. And again, this is what pisses me off about all of this, right? Is they never even tried. Because they can't, dude. Like I said in my previous video, man, I've seen them change the conversation on nuclear power. Microsoft has.
But what's better, Sega Forever, to hold the grudge or to get money off them motherfuckers?
It's not about grudge, bro.
I would hold the grudge for a little bit and then make the money.
I want gaming to move forward, bro. We're stuck in this mire because everybody caters to PlayStation.
No, we're not. And I'm not disagreeing with you to be facetious, bro. We're just talking. I love you, man. I don't think we're stuck in a mire because of PlayStation. We're stuck in a mire because every fucking 5 years, it has nothing to do with PlayStation. They're irrelevant. PlayStation, listen to me, guys, and I mean this with the deepest love and sympathy. Yeah. PlayStation's relevancy is something that exists in your minds. I have not thought about spending a dime to buy a PlayStation in over fucking 13 fucking years. It never even occurred to me to ever buy a PlayStation again. Oh, but Spider-Man, but I had it, and it wasn't what you motherfuckers said it was.
But when you go to the stores, though, Iraq, all you see is people. I want a PlayStation. I want a Switch.
Christopher, I don't go to the stores.
I get that.
Matter of fact, I bought.
You should go to the store.
Why? Why?
Because then it would open up your eyes to what's really going on. Right? I don't care about PlayStation or what they do. What I care about is that it shifts the narrative for Xbox, and it's affecting me as a gamer.
How is it affecting you as a gamer?
Because we're not getting the games that we want. We're not moving forward in the industry. As much as Xbox tries to push the industry forward, or what Phil tries to do, all they get is spit in the face.
We're not. What you guys are not getting? What, a couple of Japanese little fucking trinkets that they only got on fucking Nintendo and fucking Sony. I see how that.
80s and 90s, bro. Japan has nothing. Everything is Southeast Asia. Everything is China. Everything is South Korea.
But Sega forever. Listen to me. Let Sony continue to hang themselves, right? The way that Square Enix was doing, and you saw what Square Enix did. Let them continue to hang themselves the way that Sega was doing. You see what Sega did, right? Oh shit, we're not making any money over here on fucking PlayStation. Let's put all the goddamn fucking Yakuzas on Xbox. And in a shocker,
real quick, did you see that Sega? They went and did console warring with Nintendo with Mario Kart when they released the Mario Sonic Cross World.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. It was cute. It was a cute little throwback. That whole console warring shit is fucking irrelevant. Here's what's holding gaming back, guys.
It's not irrelevant. You see it, right? I know you don't go on social media, but all you have to do, like I just told you with YouTube, even if I'm not looking for it, it's there. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's there because you're dealing with ponies. Okay.
Yeah.
Ponies
well, you're dealing with nut bags and nothing.
Yeah. So whether I want it to go away, whether you believe it's there or not, it's there. Okay.
I believe. I don't know for sure, guys, because I don't travel in those circles. I believe that there's a club out here somewhere in Philadelphia called the Blue Oyster, where men meet to have motherfucking weird activities. The reason why I don't know about it is because I don't look for it. Okay, and I'm perfectly good with that. I'm perfectly good with that. If there's a retro game I need to find, I try to find it on Amazon. Oh my God, Overlord! They've got it for $7. Boom. I don't need to go to the game store. I've been to GameStop for most of my young life and see, oh, you should buy this. Oh, you're selling a Dreamcast. Oh, you should buy a PlayStation. Oh, well, this I've seen. Like I don't need to go to games. I don't need to go
and talk about Xbox. You try to talk about Xbox, they're like, "Why you got Xbox? That shit's garbage."
Like I haven't been into a brick and mortar store in fucking years. I wouldn't know, and I don't think my life is missing anything by going.
Do you go on Amazon?
Yeah, I go on Amazon a lot. Yeah,
so type in a multi-platform game and see which one pops up. What console pops up?
Well, it doesn't matter. But I understand what you're saying, but it doesn't matter because I'll be looking for the Xbox version.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. It won't even throw you an Xbox version unless you specifically type it up. Even though it throws you everything else.
Well, y'all must have a different Amazon than me, because what Amazon does, they do this shit where they follow your habits. So Amazon like kind of knows what I want before I even fucking look for this shit.
Amazon has an algorithm just like YouTube, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking specifically for a physical copy of a game on Xbox. And all my stuff that I buy, my whole history of anything to do with entertainment and video game entertainment is all Microsoft and Xbox. So why am I being presented with PlayStation?
It sounds like you guys have a personal extra grudge with PlayStation. You want me to hold them Japanese motherfuckers down while you keep them in there?
I hate X. That's besides the point. But my problem is this is what we're talking about, dude. Right? This is the things that we're talking about.
You don't think, guys, I mean, and I love you guys dearly. You're talking to me like I just came out of the fucking womb yesterday.
No, not at all.
You don't think that I followed this shit for decades? I never got rid of my video magazines. I still got them here in a fucking a bureau drawer in my front room. I should have got rid of them 6 years ago. Man, I lived through all of that shit. PlayStation. Oh, the PlayStation 2 is coming. It's going to be better than Dreamcast. It's going to be the most powerful console ever. Oh, PlayStation 3 is coming. It'll power a nuclear submarine and blah, 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 blah. Oh, and he bought. Remember, PlayStation Home is coming. It's going to be better than Xbox Live. You don't think we lived through all of that stupid. And oh my God. And having to look at stupid fucking Colin Moriarty's face every fucking day with his fucking sacred symbol. For the longest time, I didn't know what sacred. You call me an idiot or whatever. For the longest time, I didn't know what the fuck sacred symbol stood for. Then he's a PlayStation. He's a fucking pony.
Yeah, the symbols of the PlayStation. That they use symbols instead of the letters.
So now, once I figure out what you are and what you're about, I don't have to engage with you anymore, man. All I'm saying is that gaming isn't moving forward because we keep introducing new hardware every 5 years. These motherfuckers can't keep up. Games are getting too expensive to make. And so because of this, the first thing these publishers say, well, I better make it a roguelike or a Souls-like or a shooter or a free-to-play game. I better not experiment. So all the experimentation is coming from these little small-ass developers like Double Fine, who made a game like Keeper, a game that a lot of people aren't going to play, but it's actually a masterpiece. I said in an interview, is fucking Double Fine's artistry meeting a fucking Yes cover album. You know, the rock band Yes from the 70s? That's their art. Yeah. They had wild-ass cover art like that. A lot of people aren't going to play South of Midnight, and I haven't seen the YouTube videos, but I've seen YouTubers hating on it because Sega Forever, it has a black girl in it. Now your big problem is if you release a video game and there's an African American in it or an Asian, oh, it's DEI. Oh, it's woke.
They think it's woke because it's a girl and she's black, but it's not. It's not. If you play South of Midnight, you realize real quick that's not the case. But they're also doing it with split fiction because it's two girls. When Joseph Ferris said clear as day, he based it on the idea of what he thinks his two daughters might be like, based on their characteristics when they get older. That's what he said, and that's why he did it. It was a love letter to his daughters, and the game is amazing.
They've asked for new games over on PlayStation forever, Sega forever. So Neil Druckmann, or whoever's in charge of Naughty Dog, I guess that's the name, Neil Druckmann, he's given them this game. And it features this black girl, and the girl is actually the character is played by this black girl. She's gorgeous, Tati Gabrielle. She was on this show called Sabrina on Netflix, which Sabrina's awesome. It's pretty dark and pretty sacrilegious, but it's an awesome fucking show. So right away, oh, it's woke and oh, it's a black girl in it. I literally seen comments, me and Unlimited Production, where these people are like, well, I don't want to play as Yakuza in Assassin's Creed. I don't want to play as no black person. I don't want to play as no monkey. Okay, well, you said what you said. You feel how you feel. Don't try to ruin the game for the rest of us. It is what it is. We know who you are now. We know who you are now, and it's cool. It's okay. What's holding gaming back is shit like that, making these Souls likes, making these fucking roguelikes, not being
world, free to play.
Well, you know
catering to PlayStation and Sony and Nintendo.
And you know what? You can have.
You gotta get that too, Jazz.
Get in there.
That's a good. I had to laugh at that, man. You got to laugh at it to keep from crying, Sega Forever.
Yeah.
Because if you let it get to you, you'll be crying. Yeah, they cater to Sony, they cater to PlayStation, and look what happened to fucking Square Enix, who they catered to PlayStation and the motherfuckers were getting hit where it hurts at, and so they got to now bring their precious Final Fantasy VII remake, which will probably suck ass. They're gonna bring that to Xbox, and it better be $40 because that's all the fuck it's worth. It's all the fuck it's worth. It's $40.
It's $40. Fuck that. I'm not buying it.
That's right. That's right. Anytime the Keeper, a masterpiece, is $30 fucking dollars, right? Anytime that fucking South of Midnight, which is excellent, is $40, right?
Yeah, good prices. Yes.
Yeah.
But Microsoft does that with all newer, if you notice, because they did that with Recore. They did that with Max Curse of the Brotherhood, Local Psycho.
You know the new Monster Hunter? that's coming out? I know
Yes,
it's, I think
yes,
it's on
it's coming
Nintendo.
for the first time to Xbox. Yes, yes.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
I think it's like $19. It's like super cheap.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, that's why I bought that stupid Kojima-san game, the Death Stranding, because the smart thing he did was he's like, here you go, $20. He didn't charge us $70 like he did the PlayStation nuts.
Oh yeah, that walking simulator, that shit that sucked ass.
You,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? He
yeah,
charged me.
yeah,
I'm like, you know what? $20, I'll buy it, support it, piss off the ponies, and see if it's good. No, it's not good. Oh well, fuck it. I don't feel that bad. I only paid
yeah.
$20.
Exactly.
But if I would have paid 70 E-Rock and Sega Forever, I would have paid.
Oh, I'd have felt pissed. I'm not saying you guys. I'm not saying you guys. I'm thinking that a lot of people want Xbox to go back to what it was. And I'm gonna tell you right now, man, what Xbox was back in 2013 to 2018, even though I
Yeah.
enjoyed the games, it was not it, man. Xbox was the perennial underdog. Xbox was they were making money to stay afloat, but they weren't killing it. Xbox is killing it now. This is what they don't want to tell you. They want to keep doom and gloom out there so you can feel sorry like Sega Forever feels. And maybe we can keep Sega Forever feeling this way, he'll buy a PlayStation. And once you buy a PlayStation, once you
Yeah.
buy the fans, the PlayStation ponies are never going to engage with you. They're going to be glad to have you over there so you can sit on Twitter and talk shit and do like Thomas Parker did. And, oh, I'm a PlayStation fan now. I played Spider-Man. Xbox sucks. I'm like, dude, you know what? That's great that you want to buy. You wanted to get a PlayStation. God bless you. But why buy a PlayStation and then go and talk shit about Xbox? Why do that? It makes no fucking sense, man. It makes no fucking sense. You know, well, you're talking shit about PlayStation, dude. I'm talking shit about PlayStation because the conversation was brought up. I'm not actively on fucking Twitter or X every day bringing up fucking Xbox. If you're bringing up Xbox every day, it means you want to be on an Xbox instead of being over there where you're at pretending like you like Ghost of Yotai, which is nothing but a fucking watered down knockoff of fucking Assassin's Creed, a far superior game. You pick the Assassin's Creed, okay? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. And X, I was there, man. Hebot was there. That Xbox One generation hurt. It hurt everyone trying to tell folks, yo, man, this console's the bomb. No, it isn't. 1080p, TV. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. The game with the dragon got canceled. Ha ha, ha ha. Fable Legends got canceled. Ha ha. Oh, look at what's that? Look at Crackdown 3. Aha, aha, aha. We went through that shit. We couldn't enjoy our fucking system. You know why?
We going through that right now? We going through that today?
No. But let me
That's what we're talking about.
say it forever.
Like we still getting the best of best like we did on the Xbox One, but they don't let you enjoy shit.
You guys didn't let me finish. Do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why I was seeing that shit every day and being made to feel that way? Because I was engaging with those idiots. I was on Twitter. Yeah, I had to. It was Iraq 8150. I had the fucking Twitter account. I was on fucking Facebook every day, looking at the fucking groups. I was engaging with those idiots. And then when I disengaged and I didn't have to hear their shit every day, I was like, man, this is great. I can actually enjoy a fucking game without having to hear, oh, this game sucks. Why are you playing this? You should be playing fucking call. You should be playing God of War. Like, dude, it was the same shit when I had my fucking YouTube channel. Oh, why are you watching Batman vs Superman? You should be watching Marvel. This is who these people are. And when you disengage with them, I don't know about you, Sega Forever. I'm sorry about your gaming experience, but I've been having fun with Xbox every day when I have time to get on one, when I have time to get on a fucking game. Like, I got to get back on Keeper. You know,
I keep hearing it's great. I keep hearing it's great. I haven't been able to play it yet.
It's great. You got to play it with good fucking headphones. I still have to finish. I got like fucking 5 or 6 games I'm actively trying to finish, and Xbox is telling me that there's more coming next week. This is crazy. We got it good over here.
I get it. So I'm grasping at straws here because it's going to be sterile. That's what my gaming experience is going to be. It's going to be great as far as the games, but it's just going to be sterile.
Mm-hmm.
And that's for everything. That's how it is for everything. That's why I don't
and they want you to feel that way. And if they make you feel that way,
they want me to feel that way. That's the direction I'm going to go. Because let me explain this to you. That's how I consume my media. That's how I consume my entertainment. So if it's not there, then I just check out. I bounce. Right?
I got you.
That's
I mean,
that's that's
same
that's what
here.
that's what I do with a lot of stuff. Like that's again, this is why I use it. People are shocked because when I talk about Marvel in a negative light, and then I get challenged on Marvel, and I know way more about Marvel than most, right? Especially people that purport to be experts, right? Because they never read the comic books, right? So I left the comic books a long time ago, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe was a nice little tryst, right, of memorabilia down memory lane, and I experienced that with my kids. It was fun, and that's gone, right? So that's what I'm saying is like eventually I'm not going to stick around, right? Like with Xbox, the great thing about Xbox is we built and video games in general is we built this library that I can get lost in.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I don't
A
have to,
library that goes back generations.
yeah. And if I need to ultra focus on it, and you're right, you're 100% you rock. If I just focus on the games, which I do because I play my Xbox pretty much every day or try to, right? And not just for Bing points, but because we have Evil West. I actually own that game and it's in Game Pass.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I know. Yeah,
Have you
yeah,
played it, E-Rock, or no?
yeah.
Keepers
Yeah, I did play it, man. Somebody gifted it to me years ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
It's
Focus
awesome.
Entertainment. Focus Entertainment knows how to. They got that genre unlocked.
Yeah.
Like the way they did Space Marines too. Like fucking game is awesome.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
that. They
it
got
is.
Frank Stone. That normally not my cup of tea, but since it's in Game Pass, I tried it and I liked it because it's not just a. It's
That's
not
the
really a
beauty
horror.
of Game Pass. Hebot, I know you saw the pixelated Terminator 2 game that's coming out soon.
I already bought it physical. Gracias a Dios, they have a physical copy. Thank you, Lord. You know what got me mad, E-Rock, too? Just I think I've been more pissed lately because you know how I said about the physical copies, right? With PlayStation, right? I couldn't go buy my copy of Xbox in the store, right? Which we already established that, right? So I went and pre-ordered the the deluxe edition, the one that's like $90 because
Yeah.
it includes any future DLC that's story. So I was like, might as well pay for it. I'm gonna love it anyway. You know, Ninja Gaiden is my favorite game. I've told you guys that religiously,
Mhm.
right? Buy the fucking game. Waited an extra 3 days since the launch. Haven't touched it on Xbox. Haven't looked at videos. Haven't looked at my son's play because I'm just refusing to get spoiled. And the motherfucking UPS
Damn, they cut him off. He was about to cook. They cut him off.
At least somebody's out there.
I don't know, brother. I'm just trying to I'm just trying to I don't know make you. I'm not expecting you to be where I'm at, in life mentally headspace, man. I'm not trying to say I'm like fucking Flynn from Tron or fucking or Jeff Lebowski from The Big Lebowski. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah,
It's just, man,
yeah. Re-rock.
it's
Real quick.
it's a lot cooler just being chill and saying, man, I can't control any of this shit, man. Fucking get upset over it for it, man. But Xbox, all I'm gonna say is Xbox didn't do a WWE. Now what they did was fucking crazy. All Xbox did was say, look, man, we just want $9 more for Game Pass each month. We're going to give you more shit. This Rogue Ally is $1,000, and Sarah Bond is saying that the fucking next Xbox might cost you a kidney. That's all they're saying. What the fuck? You ain't gotta buy it. I ain't gotta buy it. Look, when Xbox Series X came out, I got lucky. Fucking, I couldn't find me Hebot. I had an extra one. I'd never gotten to Hebot's business and asked how the fuck he could afford 5 Xbox Series X's because it wasn't none of my fucking business. You know what I mean?
Easy. I just traded in the fucking other one and paid only $300 for each. And my sons paid for theirs and I paid for mine. That's it. There was no it's not rocket science. How motherfuckers like, oh yeah, Heba was doing something illegal. No.
And I didn't ask no fucking questions. I think, hey man, however he got it done. I asked no fucking questions. This nigga had like 100 Xboxes. I'm like, how the fuck? And you couldn't find them shits nowhere. Not in Philly, not where Sega Forever lived, not down in
I'm
Houston.
gonna tell you what's the secret. Okay, the secret was I knew a manager from 3 GameStops, right? One of the name of them was named Manny. And they knew I was guaranteed money, right? Meaning I was guaranteed to go in there to buy it. Because there's a lot of people who go put a pre-order and they don't pick it up, leave it there for like 2 weeks. So they don't. So they knew with me was no. I said my friends want them.
Guaranteed bread.
I got the cash now.
Yeah.
Don't say no more. Come at this time. We got you. The camera's not gonna be paying attention, and you can take it.
Bang. So they was hooking themselves up.
No. Meaning that there's a time where GameStop does like every certain time hours they do like a run, and they do like, hey, just checking in, making sure everything's okay. They do that to check on their workers.
Okay.
So during that time, if you're doing something that they feel suspicious, they can get in trouble.
I got you.
What they would do is, they would wait when that was over, the time that it was on, come at that time, and we'll sell it to you and just say that the person that had it pre-ordered, canceled, because 90% of the time they say they don't get it. When the people don't come all the time, they don't get it. They don't pick it up. So it's just sitting there. So I was guaranteed money. I told them I got fucking like 6 friends that don't got it, and they got the money. They need one.
Yeah, he about came through. This time ain't gonna be so easy. That if they plan on charging $700 for that console, it's gonna be a whole different proposition this time. Because the
only thing I say to you that'll be good is that because the only thing positive I can say about that is the more expensive the new console will be, right? Because it's gonna be a premium product. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna have like a smaller version that's not as premium anyway. Is that they'll give you more money for the existing console you have. Because when that PS5 Pro came out, right, they were giving you for PS4 5s regular and the Xbox Series X $350 in credit trading. So you were really basically only going to pay $4.
Okay.
You see what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
And that's what a lot of motherfuckers did. How do I know? Again, because I have friends that are managers at GameStop. And my boy that's a pony and a half, Jorge, told me, Chris, he's a pony and a half of 3 halves of a pony, right? He fucking goes because he loves using Xbox for Game Pass, but he likes buying all his games on PlayStation with no questions asked. You know what I'm saying? Because he wants PlayStation to live forever. He can't admit that they're garbage, even though he knows they are. But anyway, he goes, I want to trade in the Series X to get the PlayStation 5 Pro, and then I'll just buy the Series X again later. All right. I took him to GameStop, and they gave him $350 for that shit, for the Series X. Okay. And then he paid only the difference, which was $400. That's why I said it all depends how much, because if it's $1,000, let's say, and they're giving you, let's say, $450 or $500 trading credit, you're still only going to pay $5 out of your pocket. That's not too bad. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But it means just get, because remember with Xbox especially, I'm not saying so much with PlayStation or Nintendo, but us, we're guaranteed on Xbox. Everything goes forward with us. Forward progress, everything, our library, our peripherals, our information. So we don't have to worry about keeping the old console because it's going to work on the other console. You get what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm trying to say. So if they do that, then you should be okay. Hopefully, because a lot of people don't get that the reason why the Rogue Ally X is $1,000.
They're competing with their other machines out there.
Not only that, yes, that's definitely a part of it. But Sarabon also came out and explained to it. It was Asus who made the decision based on the hardware because it's compressed technology. See what I'm saying? When you're doing something on a smaller scale and compressing, it's more expensive to manufacture. Way more than a console.
Well, with this next Xbox, they better uncompress that technology like a motherfucker. Because I've always said, I said it in 2018.
If they still keep it within, and to be honest, E-Rock, what you want to wish for the next console to be, you want to wish for it to be bulky, big, and clumsy. Because the bulkier, bigger, and clumsy it is, that means that you have to compress shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
I'm saying, man, keep that motherfucker $500, and that's already too much. Like I've always said, you want to keep hardware sub $400. You want to keep hardware sub $500, man, and try to eat it on manufacturing cost or eat it on fucking something, man. Because god damn, this shit's getting fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's expensive. It's expensive.
Yeah, $500 should be the limit. And them fools that paid $750 for that PlayStation 5 Pro, man, that's and you're not getting anything for that, man. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy.
No, it is. I mean, I definitely empathize with your pain because it's expensive, man. It really is. It really is. But that's another thing, because look, even when we had the Series X and S, right? Microsoft did the Xbox All Access program, which was basically a layaway, and you could do it with their store. You could do it in GameStop. You could do it at Best Buys, at Target, and people didn't even take advantage of it. Like I could understand if you don't have credit or anything like that, but people that have a good, like decent credit situation, even they didn't take advantage of it. So it's not like Microsoft didn't try all angles. They tried all angles. You know what I mean? And still, people will be like, "Nah, I'm getting a PlayStation." Like, bro, you know you just getting a PlayStation, motherfucker, because you just want to follow the crowd. Because you ain't getting shit over there. You ain't getting shit.
Knock yourself out.
You know
And
what I
that's
mean?
cool. Man, that's to me, that's cool. You know why I keep saying that's cool? It's not going to stop me from having fun over here. Because
Brother,
I'm gonna just laugh at y'all. I'm gonna just laugh at y'all clowns when y'all paying $80 for fucking Wolverine. When y'all paying $80 for fucking whatever the fuck. When y'all paying $80 for that fucking Halo remaster and it's popping up in Game Pass. It's all. Look, man. If you ain't figured this shit out now, my thing is you ain't ever going to. It's nothing I can say to ever wake you up. Yo, I want to be a part of the crowd, man. Sometimes being a part of the crowd can be a detriment to your motherfucking experience. I don't see how somewhere where you got to pay $80 for 1 or 2 games a year beats paying $360 and getting 75 games day and date. The math ain't even right. Look, the math is screwed up for Xbox, right? So what they got to do is they got to sell Game Pass in bulk in order to make money, because the money they got to be putting out to get fucking them games day and date must be astronomical. But it is what it is, man. That's why I can't see anybody being upset about Xbox or saying we feel betrayed or the game. Like you got somebody in the comment, I know he's joking around saying, yeah, Xbox is on your refrigerator, Xbox is on your TV, Xbox is on your watch, Xbox is in your toilet. Guess what, man? Listen. Now that I'm smarting the fuck up, nigga, I get it. I did not understand why the hell they doing that shit. Oh, everybody got TVs. They got TVs in hotel rooms. Oh, like when you finally wake up and realize this console war ain't hurting nobody but you. When you finally wake the fuck up and realize that these clowns on Twitter, Jay Barry and fucking MGB and Crap Gamer, they are not your friends. They are not your buddies. They are not your pals. And they want you to be on that platform miserable with them while they wait for Wolverine and sit and cry. Well, why's Xbox get to get everything day and date in Game Pass? It's welfare pass. Like, yeah, whatever. And y'all wish y'all had it. I pegged them.
The premium pass and shit.
Yeah, I pegged them for what it was years ago. They're just mad because Nintendo and Sony is never going to give them shit. They got to pay $80 for everything, no matter what the quality of it is, because you're not going to tell me that Returnal was a quality game when y'all want returns for that shit. You're not going to tell me that Spider-Man 2 was a quality game, all the glitches and bugs that shit had. And you're not going to tell me that walking simulator, Death Stranding, was a quality game when I paid $20 for it, played that shit for 10 minutes, and deleted that shit off my hard drive. I said, damn, them niggas banged me for $20. Oh, well. I wish I'd get my $20 back for that fucking shit. You know I can't. Look, you know you can actually, Microsoft will give you a refund. I didn't know this. This is true shit.
For certain things, if you don't like it, at least twice a year. Yeah.
They'll give you a refund if you haven't really played a game. Like if you tried it and you hated that shit, yeah, I should try to see if I can get a refund for that bitch. But anyway, man, look, we got like Sega Man always says, we eat good over here, man. We don't need to be on fucking have emergency podcasts and shit and be on Twitter every day. But man, look, man, the end of the week, fucking, it's a good week, man. Like fucking Mortal Kombat collections dropping, the Outer Worlds, and I don't even know if I'm gonna really get into the Outer Worlds because this is one of them heavy duty RPGs. But
yeah,
we the thing about Game Pass is that's our prerogative to try it and not like it. It's our prerogative to try Evil West and not like it. It's our prerogative to try the fucking, I don't know, 100 games that dropped in there this month and either buy them or move. Like the Castle of Frank Stone, that's not my type of shit. Like, I already bought one of them fucking games like that. But it's in Game Pass, so I'll try. It's $9 fucking dollars, right? So it's in Game Pass. Try it. And if I like it, I'll pay the $9 for it. We got it good over here, man. Like,
I hope you're enjoying the Joe Mac remake. I did give it to you. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, I did, man. I just started that a couple of fucking nights ago, man.
It's hard though. It's tough.
Dude, like you bought your queue, your fucking gaming queue got to be, your backlog got to be crazy.
Yeah, retarded. It's retarded.
You buy shit every hour. Your backlog got to be crazy. You know what I mean? Like how is gaming not good? Like me and Unlimited Production be trying to figure that shit out when these guys be like, oh man, gaming's in a bad place. Gaming's terrible. It's like, well, what are you playing? Well, I'm waiting for Wolverine and I'm playing Ghost of Yotai. Well, there you go. There you go. Gaming is bad for you. Don't try to say gaming is bad for the rest of us, because I'm having a good damn time, man. When I have a chance to get on my console, because a lot of times, man, it's so much shit going on streaming. I can't keep caught up, man. You know what I mean?
No,
But I
that's a
mean,
fact. That's not even. That's a fucking fact.
yeah,
It's crazy.
man. We got it good over here. And once you get over that console war bullshit, and I get it. Y'all hate the fucking PlayStation fanboys. I get it. I understand it. Nobody hated the motherfuckers more than me. But they have no more effect on my life now than a fucking ant coming to my house and fucking getting caught in a puddle of water. Because I don't engage with them. I don't engage with them anymore. They don't control what I buy. I'm having fun over there. While of course they'll be going nuts about Wolverine or some. That's their business. And look, we already know that the game that should get Game of the Year, either Keeper or South of Midnight, they won't even get a category this year in Geoff Keighley's fucking Pony Awards. And that's okay. We know who Geoff Keighley is now. Why would that shit bother me?
Speaking of which, he was the first one to tweet that out. Ooh, Halo coming to PS5. I was laughing. I was like, there you go again.
Exactly. Exactly. He tells you who he is every day. Him, Colin Moriarty, Paul Cassie, and it's the same shit. Oh, Xbox is dead. Xbox is dead. Crazy. My Xbox cuts on every fucking day. My Game Pass be on every fucking day. It's still hell. It's this YouTube channel, one of the few I like, called Xbox Nation. This dude Fletcher from England or wherever, every time you turn around, and I'm here with a video for the next 200 games coming to Game Pass. I'm like, God damn, I couldn't play the last 10 I got. Holy shit, Phil, slow up. And a video with all the sales of Xbox Live. Come on, man. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we talking about? What are we doing? Gaming is not moving forward. Gaming is not moving forward because you got motherfuckers like fucking Treyarch, whoever makes Call of Duty, saying, "Oh, we don't have enough RAM in the Xbox Series X to do 120 frames per second." Like, get the fuck out of here. Learn how to code, bitch. Learn how to code. Anytime fucking Keeper looks beautiful the way it looks, and South of Midnight is using Unreal Engine 4, there is no way we have seen the best of what the Xbox Series S and X can do. Is no way. We never saw what the best of the Xbox One was, because they rushed these consoles out. They so quick with the next generation of consoles, and then you got Sarah Bond saying, "Man, this next Xbox is going to be powerful. It's going to be a PC hybrid." Now my thing is like, I like you, but slow up, bitch. Two things you got to think about. Number one, we haven't even seen what the fuck the Xbox Series X can do, right? And I know for a fact that Senua's Saga is not the best that Xbox can do. It was breathtaking, but we know that console can do better. Look at the damn specs. So now you telling us y'all coming out with a more powerful console? How much is this bitch going to cost? You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, if you want to say people, somebody's holding gaming back, there's a lot of folks you can blame, and the main places you start is these developers. You start with these hardware manufacturers, because back when I was younger, you would have something come out at the end of Nintendo's life cycle, like Donkey Kong Country, and it was like, whoa, holy shit, this is incredible. Or you would have something come out on PlayStation 1 like Soul Blade, and you'd be like, whoa, holy shit, this is incredible. Or I remember, like it was just yesterday, when Dreamcast dropped and the motherfuckers was at E3 and saw Soul Calibur, was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. That's what I'm talking about. If you're going to ask more money for hardware, you got to show me something. You got to show me something. Yes, Unreal Engine 5 is in. Did you see that fucking Halo Combat? What the fuck is it called? Halo
Campaign Evolve, I think it is.
Yeah, it looked beautiful, but that's what Unreal Engine 5 does. Show us show us something that's really pushing the Xbox Series X before you announce the next Xbox. But I mean, we're living in a fucking world where they got to get their machine out before PlayStation gets their machine out because
Well,
this shit just
well,
it just never.
the good thing about it is at least they understand how it is too. It's just like when PlayStation 5, everybody was still on PlayStation 4, so they know a lot of people will still be on Xbox One S or One X.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do about the pricing because the way the pricing did with the S and X totally blew. That was unprecedented. So
Yeah,
normally, right, a new one come out and then it's cheaper, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
that was actually smart. The pricing for the Xbox, they had a premium console for 500
Yeah.
and an entry console, the HD for 300. And
The
historically,
that it is. The problem is E-Rock and Sega Forever. The problem is, remember, every single time that they bring on a console that's supposed to be more powerful than the competitor, right? The developers do that stupid shit where they don't utilize the power, and
That's
then
right.
they'll do it better for PS5 just because it's the leading platform. I think they want to put the Xbox console in a position where there's no way in hell you could even try to say that the PlayStation console can touch it. And how the only way you could do that is by making it super powerful. You get what I'm trying to say? In comparison to the PlayStation. But they're already saying it that the PlayStation 6 is not going to be nowhere comparable to what the Xbox new console is going to be. They're already saying that. But I think that's why they're trying to do that. So developers won't stop cheaping out every time the Xbox version and putting excuses because that's what they keep doing. But remember, the Xbox really has DirectX 12 built in and things like DirectX Dolby Atmos Surround and Dolby Atmos HDR, which plays a big role in graphics, which whether people want to believe it or not. HDR Dolby Vision is phenomenal if it's implemented correctly. It looks incredible. It looks insane.
Yeah.
And you can see it with games like Halo Infinite and Gears of War, 5. If you just looked at those games, you're like, holy shit. But they look like that because of those techs. And the VRR, for example, variable refresh rate. That's all built in the Xbox hardware. It's not built in on the PlayStation 5 hardware, and not even on the Pro. And yet, these motherfucking developers, they do these analysis, and then the game's actually running better on the PlayStation. Why? Because it's the fucking preference. They concentrate on that version, they prioritize that version, and they don't fucking take advantage of the Xbox console. And then they give the excuse of, it's not that different. It's minimalistic. The difference is bullshit. You motherfuckers want motherfuckers to think that it's better on PlayStation because it's a leading platform, so you think the games will sell better there. And I think that's what Microsoft and the heads are like, you know what? We got to cut this by the throat. If we make a console that's so powerful like we did during the 360 era, there's no way they could even try to pull that bullshit or that lie. You see what I'm trying to say? But that's why I fully believe that they're going to bring out the console next year before PlayStation 6 because they want to do the same thing they did on 360. They want to beat PlayStation to the punch. That's what they want to do. That's why they're trying to release, Gears, Halo, Forza, and Fable all in the same year. And for the word is saying is that even State of Decay 3 is supposed to come out next year. Those are 5 like big titles, and then Clockwork Revolution on top of that. Like, bro, it's a plethora of games that they still got down the pipe. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would be a smart move for them as far as the hardware space. But again, for sure, the pricing will play a big role because people can't. The economy is not it's fucked unless it gets better from here to the end of the year or next year. And a lot better. I don't see how people would just easily go out and buy it, even though I don't think they expect that. But you guys know what I mean. Just to give people people that are real fans, like us, like E-Rock, that he has an economical crisis like myself, that we got to watch how we spend because we got families and things we got to do for. Because I'll be real. The only reason I get the shit is because my boys work and they pay for that shit because I got to pay the bills that are important. They could pay for the other shit,
Yeah, you gotta put food on the table. Shit.
Yeah. And they help me. It's not like they don't help me. They pay for shit. So that alleviates the problem big time. But in order for us to be able to stay within that realm, to be able to buy it and afford it, it has to be still reasonable to a certain extent, not unreasonable. You know what I mean?
Tell that shit to Sarah Bond because shit, she's the mother. The next Xbox will be a premium product. I'm like, wait a minute. We bought the premium product, the Xbox Series X. What the fuck you talking about, boo?
Yeah, I mean, they talk about premium. They talk about super.
I was just
Ultra.
about to say that, dude. It's the premium, bro.
Yeah, yeah. God damn, you slow down. It's why the U.S. auto market is suffering. They lost their fucking mind wanting fucking 40 grand and 30 grand for a car. They're gonna bring that shit down. Hell, man, a lot of y'all, when he was alive back in the fucking 80s, man, they had the fucking Hyundai and this car called the Yugo. Them
Oh
shits
yeah,
was
oh yeah.
yeah,
We
them
have options. We had a lot of
shits
options.
was under 9 grand, yo. So you could be rolling around in a new car. Then all of a sudden, the American market lost a couple decades ago, lost their fucking mind. Yeah, man, this new Charger's gonna be
You know what
28,000.
happened, dude? You know what it is, E-Rock, is they like the new Xbox, right? They got all premium parts, they got all the silicon, all the chips in
Man,
there,
look,
man. It's all rare earth materials, it's all that stuff, dude.
man, look.
And then when people try and get a used car, man, that jack that up, right? It's crazy.
Shit, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. But man, no, I think gaming is in a good space, man. I just think every time something happens, the media, the world have these knee jerk reactions. And I knew as soon as I seen the video about Halo being on PlayStation 5 too. And I'm like, I'm looking at everybody's. I didn't watch. I just watched IGN's video because they had the gameplay and the gameplay looked good. And I'm like, okay, PlayStation's getting a game that we haven't played in years. Like what? Like to me, PlayStation's dumb. To me, PlayStation is dumb. Nintendo's dumb. I said before, and then I got to get up out of here because it's getting late. I got to get some sleep. Nintendo could be making so much money. Nintendo could be putting so much money if they put fucking their old games like Mario Classic, Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong Country on Xbox. They could put it in a collection and charge $50, and I'd buy that shit next week. I'd buy that shit next week. Fucking Namco. Namco could do a Namco collection with Soul Blade that was on PlayStation 1, Soul Calibur, and I'd buy that shit next week. PlayStation. Look, Spider-Man is an overrated character, but if that game came to Xbox, motherfuckers will buy it. It's like
Yeah.
it's like these Japs don't want to make money. So fuck it. Let them suffocate. Let them die. Let their fan bases cry every time Xbox posts another insane quarter. It is what it is. Let them cry every time Xbox puts another 100 games in Game Pass. Or man, why's everything come to Game Pass and we gotta pay for it? Because you want your platform of choice, and your platform of choice set years ago, you're gonna pay $80 for every fucking game. So it is what it is, man. Like what the fuck? What the fuck you want out of our life, man? I disconnect so I ain't gotta hear the bitching, crying, and whining. Like that goddamn fucking John Campea. It's not fair. Why's Indiana Jones on Xbox? Then the little bitch ass nigga got what he wanted, and he put the shit on PlayStation like 3 or 4 or 5 months later. I bet you the motherfucker didn't even play this shit. Yeah, this is what it
Right.
is. And Sega Man saying, well, man, you want to play our games, just buy Xbox. They're not going to fucking do that. They've been, I don't know what's going on in their head, but for years now, for a decade or more, decades, they've been predisposed to believe that Nintendo and PlayStation and the Japanese gaming market is still relevant, and the Xbox is evil. Hey, look, man, whatever. They're the only ones making gaming affordable, and Hebot can attest to this. So it is what it is, Hebot. So me and Hebot then gave up trying to wake up motherfuckers years ago. Well, I had no choice. They took my channel away. But Hebot, how long are we gonna try to wake motherfuckers up? We would say, fuck it, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Y'all got it good over here, and maybe y'all don't know it. But if y'all think Xbox is so bad, you want to take it forever, I suggest y'all turn in your Xboxes and go spend some time over a Nintendo like I did back in the late 90s, or PlayStation 3 like I did in 2009 to 2013, and see with your fucking identity being stolen and shit, and waiting for games and $80 for games. See how bad it is, and watch you come running back to Xbox. Well, he might got
Real quick. Yeah. You'll notice the difference real fast. The
immediately.
value is there. There's no quite arguing the value. The value is there no matter what. And the customer, giving the customer like the bang for their buck. It's definitely only on Xbox. That I'll die on that hill. There's no way. You can't even compare it. There's no fucking way. But It's just the annoyances of what's around. I don't, like I said, I don't want to open up my shit. Just want to enjoy my shit, and I have to hear or see stupid motherfuckers. Oh look, this, or oh look, this is that. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. You're annoying me.
They not gonna stop. They not gonna stop, man. So you might as well tune them out. They not gonna stop. They like that motherfucking video by fucking Nas and P. Diddy. Can't stop, won't stop. They not gonna stop. Why? Let's just tune them the fuck out, man. But hey, guys, on that note, man, I gotta go. Hey, yo, Sega Forever, He-Bop, man. It's always good hanging out with you. Yo,
Absolutely. Have a good night, brother. Sorry to interrupt your sleep.
man, please, man. It's always good hanging out with y'all. We gotta do this like every week. Same time, same channel. You know,
But talk about games, not about fucking ponies.
exactly. As long as Sega Forever feeling it, man, we should do this every week, man, when he feels like it. Hey guys,
Real
thanks.
quick, did you watch the Tron Legacy yet or no?
No, man, I'm waiting for that to come more stream. I'm gonna check that shit out. Yeah.
You gotta watch Tron Legacy before Aries, I'm saying.
Tron Legacy. No, I seen that. Yeah, I seen that.
What do you think? You like it?
Yeah, I liked it, man. I'm down with the Tron Legacy, stuck with the Tron lore. I'm down with Tron. That's my shit, nigga. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That finance.
They tried to say it wasn't good when it came out.
You know what? You know what, man? You can't listen to these cats, man. You got to be the judge of shit for yourself. Didn't they try to say the fucking Ross on the Rome wasn't good when it came out? Now all of a sudden, all you see is video saying, "Yo, I didn't know this game was this great. It's a masterpiece, man. Suck my dick." Get out of here. Hey guys, peace out, man. We'll catch y'all next time. All right.
Good night.
All right, peace.
Take it easy, man.
Have a good night. Bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up, P-Bot, because I gotta go to
No problem.
8:26. But thanks for coming in, man. Shout out to E-Rock for coming in and trying to talk us off the ledge. The one thing I love about our group is we have a lot of different opinions and stuff like that, right? And that's just the way it is. I mean, again, for me, at the end of the day, it's just how I consume my gaming experience, and that's what I base it on, everything. So, but yeah, shut yourself up, brother, and then we'll wrap it up.
Your friendly neighborhood Ebot, the one that you guys love to hate. That's it, all day. You can find me on my channel, as always. I have another video to probably piss people off sometime tomorrow morning.
What are you going to talk about? Or is it a surprise?
You'll see. You'll get it as soon as you see it. Like, oh, there he goes.
I'll probably still do the video with Sarah Bond.
Yeah, because I would love to see, the reaction and the response that you get. You know what I mean?
Well, I actually liked that video because of and I wasn't going to watch it, but what people were saying about it, then I went ahead and watched it. So I'll do a video on it, and then I'll do the media blitz that happened on it, because that's the Microsoft that I want. I like that part about Microsoft, right? It's like they've listened, they've tried, and now they're going to forge their own path. And whether I like it or not, and that's fine. I would like to see that consistency from them, because at the end of the day, you can't, like E-Rock was saying, he's 100% correct. You can't change people's minds. That's why, again, this is why for me it's about the nuclear option. That's the route I would have gone. They're going a different route, but it is what it is. So, yeah. But let me shout out the chat real quick. Shout out to Mr. Kima, brother. Thanks for being here, bro. I agree with you. I'm looking forward to Outer Worlds, and it looks like they did take full advantage, man. That game looks amazing. Me and my daughter are both looking forward to play it. So we'll see how it turns out. Also, shout out to J Long, dude. Thanks for being here, man.
Yes.
He said Xbox is there. I know you're kind of joking, and then E-Rock read my comment, kind of like joking back. Yeah, so actually, I 100% agree with you, Mr. Kima. What's holding gaming back are those poisonous PlayStation fanboys in the community. 100%.
That's 100% right. Yes, absolutely. He's 100,000%. Yeah. It's definitely that crowd over there.
Yeah,
those dudes over there, boy. Let me tell you.
You know what they are? You know what the PlayStation guys are? It's just like after World War II, when they went to the little islands and they still found those Japanese guys camped out in the caves. That's the PlayStation fanbase. Like the war, like to E-Rock's point, you've seen the war is over, but it'll never be over for them. That's just the way they are. And shout out to Vante, who's now Man of Culture 1995. Like the new title, bro. Shout out to you. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to wrap it up, guys. I gotta go make dinner. So I didn't realize how late it was. But yeah, I'll just do this. I'll just do it on Friday nights and just shoot the link out to the group. So
Yeah.
since this is the wrecking crew. Yeah. But thanks for coming in, man. Thanks for holding it down. If you guys didn't know, man, me and Hebot actually was on more than I was because I was at work earlier when all this stuff was dropping, and then I had appointments this afternoon. So when I saw that and it was through you, bro, that I saw that Halo was coming to PS5 when you shared it in the group. So,
You had not known yet.
no, it was your post.
Yeah,
Right?
but
Because I was transitioning from work because work's been pretty challenging, and then appointments, right, therapy, and then I
what
was
got
coming. That's when I saw it. Yeah.
me the maddest I seen. They're like, "Oh yeah, it's kumbaya over here, peoples," and they have PlayStation shirts on. I'm like, "Oh, I mean, what the fuck is
So
this?"
what was that? I did not see that at all, dude. Where do I see that?
When they're talking on the table, you know,
Oh,
you
for
you
that
know,
place with the Halo. Okay, I'll go look. Yeah, and I know, man. Look, dude, we're like the two grouchy old guys, but I'm fine with that. Again, at the end of the day, for me, it's about principle.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like me, I don't care that they're doing what they're doing as long as they keep it respectful. Meaning, and that's what I was trying to explain to E-Rock before. If you're gonna give the Sony community a physical copy of, like I said again, of Ninja Gaiden, right?
Yeah.
Or even let's say, Halo, the new Halo coming out next year. Then you best believe I expect you to give me, as the Xbox fan that was there from day one, the option to get a physical copy as well. That's all. Or if you're gonna put the game, like they're doing with Forza 6, right? That's in Japan. They already confirmed, yeah, it's coming to PlayStation, but it's gonna be on Xbox first. So it'll be a timed exclusive. How long it will be? Even if it's just 6 months or a year, that's good because at least they're prioritizing their fan base first. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And that's what I mean when I said what I was trying to tell E-Rock and you earlier. That's what I meant when I said about respecting their fan base first. Prioritizing the fan base first. You can do whatever you want because it makes sense. We live in a different time. They're making more money, and at the end of the day, it's gonna benefit us as Xbox gamers, period, right? Because it's more money for the brand, and we'll get more games and more things out of it. But do it the right way in a respectful manner. You're gonna put, like I said, any game, whether it's Nintendo or PlayStation, make sure you give it to us first, exclusive, a couple of months, right? Or maybe a year, right? Or make sure that you give us that physical copy the same day it drops with their copy. Because you not doing that is showing me like you don't even cater to us first. Or at least that's how it makes me feel, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a big, pure, real, since day one Xbox fan. The way that you are, the way that E-Rock was, right? And plus, we hold that extra grudge because E-Rock wasn't there. Remember, he said he got out of gaming and came back during the PS2 era. And he wasn't really there when all the shit went down with Dreamcast and Sega Saturn. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
He said he would kind of skip that era and he came back later on with PS2. So I guess that's me and you have that affinity of hate because they've always been evil and they've always been about themselves. They didn't give a fuck about the company, the culture, the gaming industry, the innovation, respecting developers and other developers that work with other companies. They wanted to be the it man because they had money, not necessarily because they respected or cared about gaming. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And even to this day, when you hear their representatives, the people that work with them, when they're speaking, right, one-on-one, it doesn't sound, and they don't sound like they're actually being honest, like they care about gaming or the industry. They sound like people that are just PR marketers doing their job, saying, yes, we here at PlayStation expect that we do this and this, and we will continue to give you the masterpieces of single-player games that you've known PlayStation for. You know what I'm trying to say? It feels scripted. It doesn't feel like they're being genuinely honest or caring, like they actually care about the PlayStation brand or video game culture or fan base on their side. It just feels like it's all scripted. You get what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like when Phil talks. You see how when Phil talks, even though he has to keep it professional, but you can tell that Phil speaks and comes from the point and from his heart and from a point of view of a person that genuinely likes gaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's not like I want them to do a little bit better on that aspect. Like if you're gonna do a show like they did today, why the fuck you wearing PS5 shirts? Why are you making sure that the first thing you announce is the PS5 game coming to there when it's supposed to be an Xbox event for Xbox players and the Xbox fan base? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? That's like kind of like slapping me in the face because I'm coming there with the expectation to be excited for Xbox. And I'd rather you just go on Twitter after the fact and say, oh, yeah, by the way, it's coming to PlayStation on this date. At least it doesn't feel like a smack in the face. Because during your show, at least you concentrated on Xbox fans and prioritized and made us feel important first. You know? Because Sony and Nintendo, that's all they do. They announce other stuff coming or doing other stuff in other projects, but it's always, this is like, if you notice, and I don't know if you noticed, a lot of people didn't notice. When they showed Wolverine, it says coming to PlayStation consoles. Did you notice that?
Mm-hmm.
Huh, brother?
Yeah.
When they said Wolverine, it said coming to PlayStation consoles. It didn't say exclusively on PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Or PlayStation consoles. It says coming to PlayStation consoles, which tells me that all that stuff that was being talked about, that it was in hiatus and a lot of peril and a lot of backlash and trouble going on internally with the game's development, is probably a real thing. And I'm thinking that when it gets closer to release next year, they're probably going to confirm that it's coming to PC and later on to Xbox as well, because they don't own the IP. You get what I'm saying? But again, even if it does, they make sure that they only express whatever was going on to their PlayStation fan base first during that live stream. They didn't make Xbox fans feel prioritized or Nintendo fans. They made PlayStation fans feel prioritized. And I think that's the bullshit that they really hang on to, saying, oh, we don't feel like we're being treated like second step authentication over here. You know what I mean? And it's true.
That's the thing, like, and I get it, like, you know what I'm saying? So for me, that's like, you know, like, and I'll just put it this way: if you're a fan of anything, right, and then that hits a certain way.
Yeah. It's like if I went to buy a product, right?
I still got last week on. Well, I'll take that one as a sign, guys. We'll end the stream now. Oh wait, hold on. Hey, what's up, bro?
Get quick, because I know you were gonna hang it. It's like if me being a He-Man fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I go in there and they're gonna do some type of crossover with, let's say, I don't know, G.I. Joe, right? And I waited for a He-Man movie for all this time when G.I. Joe has had movies through the years, right? And then when we go see the movie focuses more on G.I. Joe and their fan base and their story arc than He-Man. You get what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be fucking pissed. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this garbage? Like, I came here to see a He-Man movie. So what if it had a crossover? I don't give a fuck. Why are they only talking about G.I. Joe? You know, I mean, it's not a good and great analogy, but I'm just giving you an example of how Xbox makes you feel when you watch one of their shows when they make an announcement, especially since in the last year and a half. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm talking about when I say to E-Rock that I feel like they don't respect me as a fan and the culture of the Xbox brand, period. Because Xbox, no matter what, at the end of the day, and I'll leave us with this, it wouldn't be here if it wasn't for us fans first, the Xbox fans, not anybody else. And that's just the fact. You get what I'm saying, brother?
Yeah, 100%.
I'll leave that thought, those sentiments with that. We can end it there, brother.
Yeah, that's a good place to stop. All right, man. Thanks for being here, Hiba, bro. Really appreciate it.
No,
Thank
thank
for
you, my
everybody in the
brother.
chat. And Xbox Online channel, we out.
We out. Mhm.